want to see Kirby round 2. Because I think that could do wonders.
Something to note about Rickifer is I played him last week at Bring More Setups, the GMU tournament, and he loves that double jump there from ledge. And it'll be up to Reset to see if he's able to catch onto that and figure it out before Rickifer gets way too much damage off of it. But speaking of so much damage, 70% already tacked onto Rickifer here.
Wonderful value. Capitalizing off of the disadvantage of
Oh my gosh, these back airs are putting in so much work here. No double jump there from ledge there, but Reset using these lingering hitboxes to do so much work. So you guys can be able to get off ledge here.
Oh my gosh, not to zero from ledge.
Something to note about Reset is he's going to love these lingering options at ledge. He's going to go for the down airs, the down smashes, and dash attacks, and those just stay out for a super long period of time and allows him to catch the options that he really wants to.
I don't know if that was intentional, but when he was up tilting it, like, the first one was down angle. Actually, and then the next one wasn't angled. I think okay, this is the catches again.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, got him off stage here. This is where Rickifer really shines. He's super adept at using the very huge and lingering down smash from Lucas to just catch any sort of recovery. And that's what he's really solid. Oh my gosh, these trips are putting in so much work for Reset here.
Oh, start up a combo there.
Once again, hitting it with the back air, but either way, this is honestly not out of it yet for Rickifer. Like all it takes is just one super solid ledge interaction, whether it be a down smash or like he's just going out these PK freezes, and just like that. That's a stock taken.
That's exactly what he needs at this point. Right now, I think in this situation he's down 47%, but he doesn't have to be super aggressive. The aggression.
I don't know how much loop experience you have, but once you hit like a nair or a double jump there, that can pack on 40% or more easily.
Kirby's floating, I feel like Luke's being floating as well. He might be easier to track with that double floating.
It could be. Definitely, especially considering like the very, I don't know, slow airspeed of Kirby. It's definitely something to keep in mind. Either way, he's PK fires. So much percent here, but yep, there we go. That down and down smash. That's the Reset classic. I was playing friendlies with him earlier today, and he was throwing that out all the time.
I don't even think that's true. I think that's just a quick surprise you're caught by that.
Most people are going to either try to throw out a quick button, or they're going to air dodge there, and either way, they're going to eat a bunch of landing lag, and that should be enough to down smash the hit.
That one passed him. Good reaction from the Reset.
Uh-oh. And the grab is going to be it. Was that throw? Yep, that is. That is a bit of a fake kill throw from time to time, but of course on that Smashville platform, that's going to be the stock.
And of course, Lucas as well.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh, this is so much percent here in this ledge situation. How is Reset going to get around it? And once again, waiting out these PK freezes. Patient from Reset, when he's in disadvantage, just the confidence is he's just not swaying.
Almost down. He's been shooting quite a bit. Without making
These backers from Rickifer are just closing the gap very slowly. We're going to be able to see if he's able to take the stock here. Oh my gosh, he got his jump!
Great catch.
Let's see. Wow. Kirby's just falling so fast, he's giving Reset so much time to think about his next option when he's off stage.
There's a lingering hitbox, almost catching him.
Alright. This could be Reset's time to shine here. Oh, he had the read, but didn't commit to it. Let's see if he's able to grab the corner. Once again, that's the Zair into the grab itself.
It's usually killing, especially on Kirby at 122, but not Zair's definitely in the sweet spot.
No positioning required there. Easy. Okay. So, Reset was also talking about this with me when we were playing friendlies earlier. Have you ever seen the thing where like Captain Falcons will Falcon Punch off of the Angel platform, and people will try to punish them for it?
Oh, that!
That's what he's trying to do with the Rock.
Good punish there with the back air, nice. Which might be what he wants.
Yeah. And honestly, when it comes to stages Reset dislikes, Small Battlefield is definitely up there. Kirby's F-throw combos don't work super well if there's a platform there, because he ends up landing on the platform because the forwarder isn't even able to come out.
Yeah. When it lands below, Kirby lands on top.
So in some characters, you can get like up air follow-ups off the F-throw, but in most situations, it's pretty rough for him.
When you do have the
Yeah, exactly. It's really going to be up to Reset to sort of figure out what battles he wants to pick and where he wants to flee. And right now, it's all Rickifer's game right now.
Nice catch. little bit of extra percent.
Yeah. Always solid. Oh my gosh, he almost caught that landing. The landing hitbox from Kirby coming out clutch. Trying to get for this stage positioning, but Rickifer so slick, able to find his way around both of these options.
The big thing I'm noticing with Reset too is that we saw this last game where he sees he gets stuck, he just pushes it out. He doesn't try to take it. He doesn't try to take it. It could be worth it against these. I think no, because of the down. Not for the down.
Alright, these point blank PK fires not doing too well, but Reset finding no punish. Oh, there it is. Maybe not eat my words, you know?
Rickifer's keeping this a lot closer than it was last year.
Yeah,
that
once again, that point blank PK fire, eating in there for it. Oh my gosh. That's something that Reset's been going for quite a lot, is he'll bait you into going, he's baiting Rickifer into going for a neutral get up, and then immediately dash it forward smash. But Rickifer undeterred, not even a little bit. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. Oh, look at him, he's grinning, he knows exactly what he did. All right, F Smash not able to find its mark, but that one is, here's a tech chase, not able to find the double jumps there though.
They only work if you have the space, and we saw that earlier last game when you do the Zayas so much. It's a good option, but it doesn't have the hitbox like that. Need the space for it. It doesn't create.
Rickifer has definitely been trying his best to sort of like catch these very aggressive landings from Reset, but no cigar thus far.
Field's getting kind of low.
Super good patience there from Rickifer. Oh my gosh, he's actually minus on hit there. Are you dead here?
Is he gonna make it back?
Oh my gosh. What was such a very close game is looking all in Reset's favor.
You're not gonna see two. You're not gonna see two.
Okay, interesting punish there.
What's next? It was positive on the hit. It works.
Yeah, there we go.
Get into that.
All right, going for a bit of a mix-up there, but no cigar.
I think he also might have been worried about landing. That was right close by.
Ah, I get you. He's back there, super aggressive way. He wants to close his stock out now, and he's got to. When you're as light as Kirby, you like need to be able to live as far as you need to, but Rickifer is trying to make that happen as little as possible.
I hadn't even thought about this, but when Reset had Rickifer in front of his grab, that there wouldn't have been good because Kirby's back to him. Then had a good high up. That's good for him. Much better than just trying to defend the
Oh, ends up down smashing the wrong way, but didn't pull the trigger in time anyway. Going for such a hard call, but he's dead for it.
Ooh, okay.
Oh no, is he gonna have the hit? Does he have the bounce? He has a bounce.
And he lives. Incredible.
Super solid awareness on the part of Rickifer there, and this could be the start of the comeback he needs. But Reset trying his best to make that not happen and close this stock out as quick as humanly possible here.
Watch out for the ledge. That's for Reset. A lot of his best plays. Catching down smash.
Uh-oh.
Another one.
He's still at this ledge, no matter what. Rickifer finding his marks wherever he needs to. Oh, he has the grab. Ooh.
Down, great setup for that.
One down smash could do it here, and Rickifer knows it.
Oh, just underneath him. The back is going to take it. Reset takes it 2-0 over Rickifer.
Try to get everyone to counter gentlemen with him to town, but it is going to be the funny green stage we're going to open up here.
It's definitely better than something like Smashville. Because Roy's going to be way better on that stage.
Sort of feeling each other out in these first couple seconds of the game. Zexyyy sort of firing the laser. Oh my gosh, this is so much damage racking on. And the tech chase too. Oh my god.
One small whiff off him. Ooh.
He's got these wavelands, but wasn't able to capitalize the way he wanted to.
There's the combos.
What a cross up.
Ooh. Usually don't see that with Roy, except for like arrows grounded. That's a new one.
Super patient play there from Zexyyy. He's got a very like slow neutral from time to time. Like once he gets in, that advantage state is where it really starts cooking.
And I'm loving that down air to just catch like the spot dodge, because when down air, everyone just thinks, of course, the spike. But that lingering hitbox can almost do more when you're on stage.
At a lower to mid percent, it can always set up for tech chases or even just put you off stage, and that's where Falcon there's that down tilt, catching the air dodge in, and that's Jackby's first stock here. Uh-oh. Oh, missed the Jair.
I don't think that Jair would have killed, but it definitely would have put Jaxby in a really bad situation there.
Oh, what a parry!
There it is.
Sour spot! Oh my gosh, you hate to see it if you're a Meng fan, but that's another thing Jaxby likes to do a lot, is he'll do these like beefy upbeats where he holds down when the Firefox comes up, and that is really, really good just because of how long that hitbox lingers and how many multi-hits it has.
Oh, yeah.
So when you're trying to do some sort of aggressive option against the generally pretty punishable hit, oh my gosh.
There it is.
He's got these parries from the Falco Phantasms on lock.
Right, we're going to start to see a Nair chain here, almost catching him on the platform.
And once again, so much damage racking up here for Mang.
Brought that, and he falls out. Ooh. Sure, Jaxby's no stranger. Just his character's falling out of his moves, but still.
Ooh. Oh, get the sour. Okay. Not exactly what he was looking for, but he still got him in the corner. Finally, Mang finding his way out, and he's so patient on these landings.
Laser to create space. Back air gonna take it.
That's crazy that I confirmed for that long. He was in hit stun for a bazillion years, man.
Bazillion. That's another eruption. I don't know if the eruption's gonna work against Falco. Maybe against like a character like Wolf, but Falco, you know, he's still making it work. It still leads into the up B. Maybe not directly, but it's still working.
I haven't seen a whole lot of Mang gameplay. I've definitely played a lot with Jaxby and seen a lot of his gameplay, and I definitely expected him to be the favorite going into this set, but Mang is putting in just a heck of a job here.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the word. Ooh! I was... Just take it away.
Yeah, this is such scary ledge play, man. It's just like, how do you get out of these corners? He's just throwing out exactly where Mang wants to go, but Mang, the patience of an absolute champion here.
Spike. Not gonna
Both of them missing their tech. That was really funny, actually. Dude.
Jaxby's covering a lot of the options where he thinks Mang's going to be, not where he is.
Yup. Mang finally finding his way out. And honestly, a dancing blade or double-edged dance, rather. Or the forwarder might be it. Oh my gosh. Clutching the game one away from the jaws of defeat. Jaxby really likes both the small battlefield and battlefield just because of just the way the platforms are pretty close to the ground. Oh my gosh. Lets him capitalize as much as he wants to, but speaking of capitalization...
Quick 57.
Yeah, exactly, man.
You know, he's got the momentum. He wants to keep that going, but ooh.
Oh, and there's that drag down that he's known for.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, he's able to get the tech chase. No, Mang coming out as the aggressor here, and that's an even game so far.
Yeah, and Mang's doing just like really focusing on getting Jaxby above him. Yeah. Which is really interesting, because most Roys that I've seen play primarily horizontally or diagonally where they're coming at you from an angle, but looks like Mang is really focusing on Jaxby, you know, getting him up high.
Yeah,
like that.
That's sort of like the classic sortie gameplay, but like you're saying, it's not something you see from Roy a whole lot. But
dancing for
there you go.
Quick 92%. He's definitely going to try to get some extra credit because he's going to want some extra credit because he is starting to basically be in that golden sweet spot of Falco, like, kill percents.
Yeah, these up tilt back airs, down tilt is going to start tilling in like 20% or so, but there's that extra credit you're talking about. Throws his air dodge out. Is he going to be able to capitalize? No. Jaxby with the aggressive jump from ledge, and this could be the sort of the opening he needs to look for here.
Mang getting him up again.
Is that it? Yeah.
There it is.
That's just classic.
Just barely in that percent, makes it work only with a sour spot. Sweet spot, I don't think he would have been able to catch that, even with like a full hop.
Yeah, there's that gameplay that you're exactly talking about from Mang. These sort of juggle situations. Oh my gosh. The wave bounce there, that was kind of crazy.
And also, we're not seeing the eruptions that he used last game. He's picking up pretty quickly. Okay, this isn't going to work. But what is going to work is that Jair quick finish.
I did not expect that back air to hit, but Mang, knowing way better than me, has that positioning down.
Full stock ahead, and he's starting to get some more percent.
Oh my gosh, he looked for an air dodge there, but wasn't able to find it. We'll see if Mang's able to get, oh my gosh, this damage.
Looking for the landing.
Jaxby is playing so scared. And I don't blame him. Oh, he finally finds his way into center stage here. This could be what he's looking for, but Mang is just not letting him breathe at all.
Almost got the sweet spot. Sweet spot would have put Mang in a terrible situation there. Great fair from ledge.
I imagine that wasn't supposed to be a dash attack. Jaxby generally really dislikes using that move.
Falco dash attack, it's a rough move to try to use.
Oh, these dash backs are so scary. Getting a bit of extra credit there, not going for the just forward angled one.
Oh, catch.
No, is that gonna be it?
Is that gonna take it at this
no,
early?
Not quite yet.
At 150 now, it might start killing.
Shocked here. Oh my Versus shield pressure.
Quick back air. Very close to taking. If he can ledge trap here, I'm excited to see.
That'll be
Okay,
it.
that's it.
Yeah, that's 2-0 for Mang de Lemang.
Great stuff from Mang Delane.
The Ryu is sort of more of a feel you out pick, and then he might go for the Ken. But opening up on Kalos here, it's a pretty interesting pick. What do you think Yoshi's going to look for a lot on this stage?
I think with Yoshi, it's definitely rough because you don't have that verticality that a lot of Yoshi combos are going to be doing. But I think from here, he might actually be prioritizing the ledge as like basically his friend. Right here, you know, ledge sucks usually to be at, but on Kalos with Yoshi, it's really not that bad at all. You can do a whole lot of options off of there. Of course, the platform's a big help.
Yeah, we did just see Trial go for that the B reverse egg lay off the platform, which could be an excellent mix-up. But now I imagine Trial's gonna he's gonna start expecting it. Gosh,
Looking
that
for the
down
landing. There it is.
so much damage.
Up tilt up air. You're not going to be able to get a whole lot off of it, but certainly with no platforms, making do. He's making well.
Oh my gosh, these air dodges, these rolls, these are going to be exactly what Trial's looking for. Ooh, and it looks like a bit of a suspect air dodge or DI on the part of Dargan there. I feel like Shaku, or not Shaku, the side B, yeah, Tatsu shouldn't be killing that early. Either way, not added this in the slightest. 101% already racked up onto Trial here.
Yeah, I think off of a quick confirm, like at ledge, we might see that stock starting to disappear, but Dargan not at the worst spot at ledge. Totally. Tatsu, he's DIing it right this time. That's the adaptation.
I wonder if he's looking for these jabs.
Barely missed with the down air. Egg roll, that might have been a misinput.
Ended up making it back nonetheless, though. And it's going to be Trial on the back foot of this stock here. It's going to be up to Dargan to see if they're going to be able to clutch it out. And that back air not doing it quite yet, but they're so aggressive off stage. Oh my god, it ate the... Oh my gosh, the Tatsu, it ate the double jump armor, and that's going to be 2 stocks up for Trial.
Trial's at 171, but it looks like he's just going to keep holding on to it. He held onto the last one for a while, only getting hit by like very stray moves. I think he might just keep racking this up.
Oh my gosh, what an excellent play from Dargan there. They knew that Trial has been playing a little bit more defensive, wants to keep that lead as much as possible. And there you go, popping that shield, and there's the stock. And that could be the momentum that Dargan's looking for.
Wonderful capitalization, and I completely forgot about how good Yoshi is at breaking shields. Aside from that, what he did right there with the down B, there's also, of course, down air, eating through that shield, which if Trial continues that habit of shielding a lot, we could see another shield break through the set.
I imagine Trial will start looking out for it. Looking out for it a little bit more. But oh my gosh, going back to this Shakunetsu gameplay. Dargan knowing a little bit better of it though, eating so much damage here, and that's going to be 1 more stock for Dargan. They're finding their way back into it after this a very dominant stock from Trial.
0% to 75, and I think off of the stocks added, he's taken maybe what 35% from each.
Yeah, just not a whole lot, but that down air is going to be doing exactly what they want. But they're playing way more passive. Not exactly what I expected going into this. Sort of, like you were mentioning, sort of chilling at the ledge, using that platform for the rest of their ability, and sort of sneaking that stock away from adjust, not get tilted here. Trial usually very calm and collected, but he does talk about how he does play with his anger, and so it'll be up to him to sort of figure that out.
He's bringing in his little Akuma.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of Akuma, there's those fireballs, man.
Learned it directly from him. Ooh, good catch there. We're starting to see an egg roll. Yeah.
Not exactly the best option, as a lot of Yoshis will tell you.
But egg roll has found that little niche usage. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah, I did see it.
The egg roll on shield locks you in for a possible shield break. Hey, another way to shield break.
Exactly, man. And it's a pretty creative way, but it's definitely a little situational. But I don't know. I don't think it's past Dargan to go for those.
Oh, definitely not.
Super solid Yoshi player, as you saw.
And especially with all the platforms that are going to be on Town and City, but the Tatsu going to take it here with Trial.
Oh my gosh, coming back in stride though, 98% and still climbing.
Dargan's down, but not the same amount that he was last game. He's definitely learning a lot from his mistakes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what a drift on the back air there.
Great setup into up air.
Barely not killing. How is Trial going to be able to make it down there? And there that is, the trusty focus cancel. And that's what allows him to sort of go back into these neutral situations where he's thriving.
I think with the exception of back air, because you really don't have to worry about down air. Landing against Yoshi with focus is just a great option. It's very smart. It's very safe. unless he catches you out of it, you're pretty set. You can get back to playing that neutral, that game that you want. And you see that again with the Nair. But the Fair gonna take it at ledge, only with 80% on him. He can definitely make this work.
Absolutely.
Especially as going to ledge willingly.
Trial is starting to catch on to these sort of like, oh, might I say gimmicky? Oh, never mind. I was about to say these gimmicky egg lays, but Trial running into it once again. Dargan not straying from this game plan in the slightest, and it's working out.
Another dash attack going through. That might have. That's a pretty weird option that you see from Yoshi's there. Because like people will talk about like, oh man, egg roll's bad, but also dash attack, also a very uncommon move. But hey, you know, if you're never expecting it and it comes out, it could work. Just based off of the surprise factor, because Trial's playing this game very, very safe. You know, he's looking for those setups. Maybe you just need that special thing to break through, but the setups, delivering real close.
There's that DI that Dargan is looking for in the last game. Still living at 172%, and it's going to be up to them to capitalize off of it.
And then I noticed that the match was also kind of slow. This could be actually a chance to take Trial down, but not if you're dead.
Yep. Oh my gosh. How do you land here?
Back air. There
we go. Yeah. Of course, it is important to note that while Trial does love that focus attack, it can only withstand one hit of damage. And so with all the multi-hits with that Yoshi has at his disposal, like we're seeing these down airs, and then we saw the back air in the last stock, Dargan has sort of been able to capitalize off that more and more, and now it's an even game.
Yeah, and I think with those focus landings, they're usually fine, but I think if Dargan can really lean into like knowing when they think Trial's going to start using focus, use back air instead of those other moves, because Trial's used it so much. Back air, good damage even if it's not focus.
That forward air could have been a scary situation. Oh my gosh, barely not end up taking it off the top here.
Landing with
Dargan's gonna play very, very scared here. Trial just started sniffing out these options. Any sort of jab, down tilt, up tilt could be it, and that's gonna be it.
Tatsu, there it is.
Oh my gosh, barely not killing it. Looks like it was a little bit stale.
Counter City's a little bit too.
It's true, it's true. Also, Yoshi, pretty heavy character, but Dargan once again retreating to ledge here. That should be it. Definitely this time for sure. Okay, cool.
It's not still there.
But going back to PS2 for this game 3, let's see who ends up closing it out here.
Yeah, 1-1. I cannot make a solid call here. Both of these guys were, I think, really adapting last game. You started to see it more from Dargan, which is why you saw that win clutch out. But that does not mean that that mid-game adaptation or adaptation from the last game is going to come out here.
Wow, what an aggressive jab off the ledge. Sort of calling Trial's bluff almost. All right. Oh, there's that one. There's that down to what we're talking about. Just like immediately, take 30.
They're keeping it neck and neck with the percent here too. Yoshi got a little bit more percent. Yoshi's also a little bit heavier.
Yeah. Trial, it looks like he's sort of starting to try and punish these egg lays, but Dargan is doing them in just such the way where they're able to space it just right and right outside of where Trial wants to push.
There's that down there. You can't be shielding that too much, Trial. Watch out.
Uh-oh. How do you get out of this ledge situation? Oh my gosh, almost needs a back air for the troubles. Dargan, that forward air, oh my gosh.
Dargan definitely knows what they're doing at ledge. You'd love to see that. Great setup there. There it is, catching them out of the focus. Great up air from Dargan.
Finally getting that patience that they need. It is important to note that while we did mention the frame 1 double jump from Yoshi, focus attack is also frame 1.
Ooh, I didn't know. Tatsu gonna take it again. That is the demon of Dargan. Tatsu taking almost all of the stocks.
Yeah, definitely. Trial loves going for those too. But oh my gosh! Not able to eat all the damage that they wanted, but it's still a solid lead here on the part of Dargan. Okay, interesting. I've never seen that as a disadvantage option before, but it ended up working out.
Yeah, if it works, it works.
Something that I'm noticing that Dargan isn't doing is the SDI that you're supposed to be doing for Shotos, which is up and away. And that'll help them in the long run, as it'll let them use that double jump a lot safer, and it'll push it away a little bit more.
Yeah, especially for specifically those Tatsu setups. You know, we're not seeing a whole lot of setups here, but the one that we're seeing time and time again, and it is working, that Tatsu.
Oh my gosh, so much damage. Good on Trial, they're not mashing, sort of not trying to find the kill there. Oh my gosh. A little bit of once more suspect DI on the part of Dargan.
This time it paid off. You got him put a little closer to center stage, but you're playing a risky game there.
Oh, is this it?
There's the top
Oh my gosh, with all that rage, 120, that's going to be the death number.
Neck
But
and
there we
neck.
go, right back at it. And this is last game, last stock, Casper. What's going to happen here?
I guess only one way to tell. Keep watching, gang. Please keep watching this stream. And, you know, I don't even have to tell you. This is exciting. Look at this. Look at them scrapping at close range. Dargon starting to close out that space.
Oh my gosh.
First Shori we've seen all game trying to like actually be landed.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that he hasn't really been going for all these Shoryus, which is an interesting decision. He does go for it a lot with Ken, but when it comes to Ryu, it's got that sort of sour spot. It's not all, it just drags you up sweet spot. So it's important to keep that in mind. Oh, he's going for the car cancel. He's trying to cheese him.
Who can blame him?
The way Dargon is using that up tilt where it hits so far away that it's just borderline unpunishable is so solid.
And with the reverse hit too, definitely a great thing to catch. And if you don't have a lot of Yoshi experience, you are going to get caught in that. But Trial should have that experience, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Dargon is starting to do an excellent job of sort of being exactly where Trial is trying to go for. And oh my gosh, the parry! And again,
Another parry.
Is that it?
Sound.
That's it.
Shoryu, there it is.
There's the Shoryu.
First sweet spot of the game, and it's going to take the final game, final stock.
All right. Opening it up here, of course. There's the PS2. And Celerity, very just sort of comfortable and immediately in Oustin's face, like Soy was saying earlier.
This is a little trivia thing, but Sonic's up throw, where he uses the spikes and just jolts up whatever character it is, that's a completely Smash original thing. He doesn't do that in any game, which I think is just great when they just... his entire moveset, not very creative, but up throw, that's the one. That's the one.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, he's lying there.
Yeah, especially considering just like how much Celerity loves using that move. It's always cool to see.
Oh,
But either way, oh my gosh, going for an immediate downer. That could have been curtains for Celerity. And there it is. It felt like sometimes the pellet was going through and sometimes it stops it. I have no idea.
Reaches.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, these high recoveries from Austin, super aggressive, even though you might not even consider them to be aggressive. What a tech chase.
Good leaf blade to catch the landing. I think especially against Sonic, where he doesn't have a hitbox when he's landing, except for like with an aerial. His up beat has a hitbox at the bottom, but going up, he doesn't have anything. So I think it is a great idea to keep out leaf blade there, specifically in this matchup where you might not want to in others.
What a forward smash. He's just like, I know you're going to like press a button here, and just like, bam. And all of a sudden, 2 stocks up going into this game 1.
Yeah, and that was the only forward smash he's used all game. He's very confident that it's going to land. Yeah, back air. Confidence coming out from Celerity, throwing that out. And I think he might have the confidence to take at least another stock off.
Dude, that's the thing we're talking about, where it just went through the pellet. It's just like, I can't tell like how consistent that is.
It might be, I think it might be like based off of the range.
Yeah. Either way, Austin is looking to sort of catch these very aggressive jumps from Celerity. That's why he's sort of throwing out these landing up airs. It's to catch Celerity sort of coming in from above instead of like going as a horizontal area.
There's the rare up tilt that you see from Sonic. You almost never see that, but Celerity's making good work. They're just trying to control with like lingering hitbox on the space. Another F smash, 100% success rate on landing that.
Oh my gosh, what a grab!
Up tilt.
He's in his head.
I try not to think about the passage of time. However, I also don't think that Celerity's going to be thinking about the passage of time here, because unlike most Sonics, he is not playing campy. He is running in his face. This time it is working out a little bit better.
He's not like the other girls, you know?
This Sonic's different. He approaches, and I like that. I actually do like watching that a lot.
Oh my gosh, this very like tricky gameplay from Austin is really what's letting him shine in this matchup right now.
Yeah, and that's something that we saw, I think, back in the game with Rufus, where we're seeing that Austin is controlling the space, not where Celerity is, but where they think Celerity wants to be. And that kind of foresight, I think, is going to land a good hand in Sonic, where you can't react to where he is in the now. You do have to make those reads, something that Celerity is, you know, himself or themselves a little more like used to.
Yeah. And that's sort of like where Mega Man's going to thrive, right? Is he has so many interesting options to sort of cover that space. It's just going to be up to Austin to figure it out. Oh my gosh! Ah!
Yeah, can you believe that Sonic F Smash has more range than Mega Man F Smash?
It's definitely close. like, jokes aside, it's close. Oh my gosh. Going all the way out there, catching that spin dash. Ha!
Oh, he's looking for the grab. Hoping to see some of that up throw, that original celerity up throw there that you never see with other Sonics. Because usually you're just seeing the back there, but I think up here, especially just trying to catch that Mega Man landing. Dude, I don't know what Alucin's going to do against that.
Yeah. He is sort of starting to slow this game down a little bit. He's very content to sort of like chill back, throw pellet, but all of a sudden, celerity having none of it. Oh my gosh, Alucin's so tricky, able to find his way back to neutral here.
Within the pound, he's found with him an infinite dog. It just that dog in him, he's found him.
Yep, you can't get it out. You can't get the dog out of him. How do you get out of the situation? And it's going to be an F tilt.
He's got an extra 113 bones, and he is making them count. You know who else has got those extra bones? That extra weight, 167% on Mega Man. Alucin here, living to great percents. I don't know how Celerity's going to take the stock. He's going to take it soon, though.
Oh my gosh, sending the wrong way there. Oh my gosh, eating through the entire leaf shield. Alucin not happy with how that went. That looks really funny.
Yeah, any additional mass.
I've never seen that one before.
Yeah, same. It's kind of like when you see Inkling's ink on Game & Watch. He's got that weird 3D effect, like, oh, this shouldn't be happening.
Or like even on like a Mii Brawler, because when Inkling has ink on Mii Brawler, it doesn't cover the face, so it's just the body. It's always those like very weird things that they never really expected to code in this game.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Ooh, great spacing there. Back air, it doesn't outrange, but using that just mobility from the air, going out spacing, not in distance, but in movement.
Yeah.
Fair.
Celerity's really, really looking hard for these neutral get-ups, but Alucin knowing a little bit better of it.
Ooh, that was a scary, scary down air. All right, now I would like to note that that additionally Alucin's F smash connection rate has gone down significantly from the first game.
Yeah, and you know, just because of that, it's a celerity win right now.
Yeah, maybe if he's a little bit more conscious with that, he'd be winning by
maybe if he hit more of his attacks, he'd be winning.
I've been saying this a lot, and I don't know. Right there, he shielded it.
True.
Oh, he's just charging that menacingly.
Yep. He had the patience to just sort of like drift away and sort of try to catch whatever whiff Host went for. But they're finally not whiffing that up smash, and that's one more stock for Alucin. Yeah. What attack chase?
Alucin's still holding onto that metal blade, just waiting for the profit. There it is. Crash Bomber gonna bite him back in the butt. Oof.
Yeah. Celerity doing an excellent, excellent job of capitalizing where it really needs to the most.
No fair connection there, but it's very, very close. If that happens one more time, he's got the setup. I don't know if Celerity can count on being lucky. Sorry, if Alucin can count on being lucky there, because he is at kill percent.
Yep. What was once a very dominant first game for Alucin is finally in Celerity's favor here, and Alucin on the back foot, but he will not be deterred here. Once again, hitting that forward smash and going for the Hail Mary down air. Ends up connecting, but of course it is going to be the sour spot. One more F smash, not able to make its mark, and Celerity finally finds his way back into advantage here.
All right, and we're going to see Celerity off stage here, barely making it back with the spin dash. It actually might have helped that that the whiff went over. If it went under, would have definitely been in a much worse situation.
Oh my gosh, going for the Hail Mary, but it doesn't even matter. This could be it for Celerity. He's able to make it back there. That's going to be it. Clutching it out. Alucin 2.
Solved. Everything will be solved.
There you go. Yeah. But it'll be up to KingRoBo, of course, to solve this matchup before Zexyyy does, if he wants to figure it out, or if Zexy's going to clutch this out.
Cannon goes through. Okay, Cannonball, a blunderbuss is going to go through the arrow, which I think I hadn't thought of that. But if that doesn't clank and that's actually fully going through, that's going to be a tool that we hadn't even considered.
I imagine it'll go through the boomerang as well. Of course, both these projectiles not having super, super high priority. Thank God. But, oh my gosh, setting up this ledge trap and Zexyyy just having none of it. Once again, taking center stage control.
And one thing with Zexyyy there that I thought was interesting is that when you Z-drop or if on hit your move accidentally drops the bomb, it can like sit on the ground. That's not something that Toon Link can do, which I thought is very interesting. You're seeing it there. It sits on the ground, despite the fact that Young Link generally isn't a trap character. That's a tool that he is, as far as I'm concerned, he's stolen that from Young Link. But hey, he's going to make it work because he's got cool stuff with other tools. Yeah. It's I don't mind if he's taken that like otherwise trap aspect, but talk about a trap.
That was gross.
On the way back.
Finally, KingRoBo able to seal out this first stock, but it's going to be up to Zexyyy to close it out. It's going to be the dash dash out of the bomb. What an excellent ledge trap from Zexyyy.
That's not something that you usually see. I feel like I've almost never seen that that dash attack from Young Link Hill, but you know, he's making it work. Zexyyy here, master of the tool, master of the craft, engineer.
Oof. I feel like Zexyyy is doing an excellent job of sort of like overwhelming KingRoBo where he gets his points in, but KingRoBo is doing his best to sort of like slow down the gameplay, just like you were saying beforehand.
Yep. Getting a lot of shield, a lot of that armor from the side B definitely coming in handy. He's not approaching. He's making the space close that he feels like to make Zexyyy feel like that he has to approach. I think definitely the smart move.
Zexyyy sort of doing his best to sort of like throw these projectiles at a solid range where he's able to not just sort of win neutral, but get the combo off of it, of course. Oh!
Yeah, and that side B for the landing on ledge, I've played a little bit of K-Roll myself in my like search to try to find the right character, and I do think a big thing is using side B to land, not even necessarily for the projectile, just completely projectile side. The armor you get from side B is so helpful because you can throw it and just directly land on ledge. And I saw KingRoBo use that earlier.
It's sort of like just another option when it comes to defense from K-Roll, right?
Oh yeah.
You have the air out, of course, that everyone has, but you just it's just that second layer of mix that you really need to look for.
Yeah, he's got a special armor. He's got that belly armor, he's got that super armor, he's got that mix up, he's got that tools for defense, but unfortunately Zexyyy does not have the tools for DI. Nothing's gonna save you at that percent versus K-Roll, and that's what you mentioned earlier about having to secure those stocks early as K-Roll.
Yep. Of course, Zexyyy a little bit in the lead here, but KingRoBo finding his way back slowly but surely.
Yeah, and the thing with the lead is that, you know, K-Rool's heavy. He's gonna keep living. The closeness of this game, it's a lot closer than the percent maybe heavier than you think.
One of the
The combo setting it up.
No way, he fell out!
Too high of a percent.
That is crazy. It's sort of that situation. Everyone always talks about how like Young Link can't kill from time to time, right? That's like the one weakness he hypothetically has.
We finally saw it.
There it is. But oh my gosh, yep, 197. And especially when it comes to these tech chases, it's going to be doing so much work for KingRoBo. Sort of throwing a little bit of an aggressive dash attack. Oh my god, it doesn't even matter. Both these characters sort of have that option of the reversal hit of whatever projectile they might throw out, whether it be the boomerang or the crown.
Yeah, but I feel like KingRoBo's made like the most use of that returning hitbox, and I feel like Zexyyy's made the more use of it going forward. Except for I think that one time that was on the right ledge last game, Zexyy's been making use of it forward. KingRoBo on the way back. I like that. That's I don't know. That's a cute little yin yang thing that we have going on. There's that super armor aforementioned coming back.
Oh my gosh, how'd he get out of here? Oh wow!
Nice air dodge.
He thought he had to tech, but was just in time to actually grab the ledge there.
I don't think he had to. I think he knew he didn't have to tech. I believe in KingRoBo, and I think KingRoBo believes in himself.
Absolutely. And there's the armor you were talking about. Is he dead here?
Back that's gonna kill.
86%,
Young Link's
153% of rage. And once again, the armor coming in clutch. You just can't kill KingRoBo. Oh, I'd take it back.
Good job with him finishing it off with an air. I mean, like, I saw him at that 160%, and I was getting flashbacks to, you know, the last game where he fell out of the combo. If that happened one more time, that would have been heartbreaking for Zexyyy.
Oh my gosh, he's really, really fishing for these early kills. It's exactly what he needs, and it's going to be up to him to sort of capitalize where he needs to. So much damage, are you kidding me?
Great long term, taking him all the way to the other side of the stage. Look at that armor coming back in.
With how like little the sort of like single hits of Young Link's hits will do, it's no surprise that KingRoBo is sort of living for as long as he is using that armor, because it's just not going to be able to break. Just he has that amount of time to sort of get back to full armor.
Oh, the platform going to last things a little bit longer, putting things slightly in favor of KingRoBo. Ooh, weird angle.
Yeah, that was the spike hitbox. It's not something you see a whole lot, but it is making use there.
Oh yeah. There's the blunderbuss breaking through the era as we saw in the very beginning of the first game. A little bit of a callback, a little bit of a reference, if I may.
There he goes.
Looney Tunes soundtrack. I love that.
Absolutely.
Boing.
Oh, he was looking for a jump call out there, but Zexyyy not biting where KingRoBo wants to.
Great punish. Watch out.
Oh no!
Wait.
All right, Zexyyy. Oh my gosh, I thought he was fine, but KingRoBo is just one step ahead every single time.
Roll back. That's gonna cost you decent amount of percentage to fight it back. He's lost the crown. He's not gonna have to return.
and he's not even opting to get it immediately, deciding to press his advantage even further, and that's going to be there. Is that the stock?
That's going to be it.
He has the bomb!
The bomb!
And Nair again!
Another Nair. Great tech.
Oh, the forwarder catching his jump. Ooh. Zexyyy laughing it off, realizing it's super well played. All right, here we go. Running it back. PS2 for game 3.
Oh, classic. KRoBo wants the camouflage here.
Oh, true?
We got, oh, wait. Oh, yeah, the green and the red. Green and the red.
Oh, true?
And the,
I love color theory.
yeah, I'm big apologies to any colorblind viewers out there. King KRoBo is using the red skin, and Zexyyy is using the green skin, and PS2 is red and green. So that's the explanation for that.
Excellent.
As the arrows coming in, those have not been used in neutral at all. But Zexyyy is really starting to use them. You've already used those a lot before. They've only really been used within advantage state. Zexyyy trying it out here, trying to make it work.
KingRoBo is doing an excellent job of picking his battles here. He's not throwing out attacks willy-nilly just because of how good Zexyyy's frame data is, and he's going to get punished super easily, just like there. But he's doing an excellent job of sort of finding his marks where he needs to, and just like that, the grab, and he finally gets that DI, or not DI, the mash read.
And also he's landing the right hitbox. He's not getting that like weird jank spike hitbox. Zexyyy here keeping it neck and neck, equal percents on each.
Yep. All right. One projectile from either player could be the opening of the exact moment each player is looking for here. But oh my gosh, using the armor so well. Going for a bit of a read there, not deciding to go for the dash attack. I wonder what exactly the read is going to be looking for there.
Zexyy's starting to do it a much more consistent job of covering the crown on the way back. He's familiar with it. Ooh, there it is, using that super armor from the grab. Gotta use that quickly.
Oh my gosh. And yep, King KRoBo up throw does 20%. It's ridiculous.
That's the Incineroar final smash.
Yeah. I was so scared of the returning crown there.
Look at the little bomb bouncing off of the hitbox.
Yep.
God. What a goofy character.
KingRoBo, now he's sort of trying to sort of like, just sort of aggress his way in, but Zexyyy is doing his best to not find that. Ooh. Either way, the returning crown doing the exact job KingRoBo wants to, and now he's got the stock lead.
Yeah, and Zexyyy wasn't using that arrow over neutral. He's using it now, and KingRoBo is taking advantage of that. That adaptation has been started to be adapted against. Quick 18 off of the grab. Oof.
How do you bounce this platform?
Stuck on the ledge, not for long. Good breaker.
Oh, wow, that was such good timing from KingRoBo, knowing that he would try to use the invulnerability just to sort of get around it. Either way, yep, that'll be the confirm that Zexyy's looking for. Finally taking the stock at 180, and it's one stock apiece. Once again in this game 3, 2 sets in a row we've seen this.
Yeah, and I think Zexyyy can honestly like start to bring this back, at least in terms of percent, just because of the long string that Youngling gets. Maybe also with the platform extension. We haven't seen that too much, but if we saw that, ooh. Well, I don't want to expect anything. I don't know what I can expect. Quick stocks might be disappearing soon. Dash attack, no sweet spot, but still scary.
Oh my gosh, is that it? Oh my gosh.
15%, very convincing game 3.
Yeah. Oh, in the pocket, those are like probably his most prominent characters, but it's gonna be the Ness we're seeing here. Gummy, sort of, I imagine their set count isn't super hard in Gummy's favor. Montrose, I imagine, generally takes it, but Gummy is such a studious player. He's always watching his VODs, always putting in that Yuzu and Wi-Fi grind.
Oh, Gummy's watching this VOD. Hello. Hello, Gummy.
Hi, Gummy.
All right.
All right. So opening it up here, super dominant first interactions here on the part of Montrose, and it keeps going. Oh my gosh, he was looking for the hard drift in read there, but Gummy going way better of it there.
I'm really excited to see how Gummy is going to be using Gun in this matchup, because Gummy, it's a projectile in the way that it keeps space, but within like the game itself, it's not a projectile, it's not an energy projectile, it's not going to be absorbed, but you get to create a lot of space, and I think just outside of the space that Ness wants, outside of the space of Ness's like forward air and whatnot, Gun's going to be just a wonderful tool for that. And I think, especially with the Gun meta being developed, honestly only post-quarantine. Pre-quarantine, I loved watching Joker, but he never used Gun. It was just an underutilized move with a lot of potential. And in this new meta, it's being cracked, how to use Gun and the effectiveness of it.
Yeah. I mean, as someone who like used to main Joker, I imagine that's something that's super exciting to see.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, I don't play Joker anymore, but I still see things, and I think to myself, People never did that. This is a new one. This is a new combo. This is a new string. And I assume Gummy's using some of these right now. I've been keeping my eyes focused on Montrose because I'm mesmerized by his movement. But Gummy here, cracking it through. You know, he's percent behind, but the stocks are even, and he's got our scent. He can make this count certainly with a percent. Forwarder putting a Montrose Lodestar here in disadvantage.
One of the running gags when it comes to Montrose is he ends up winning games despite only having an 8% hit accuracy, and we're really seeing that. He's just in Gummy's face over and over and over again, and it's up to Gummy to sort of try to figure out how to sort of make more of a gap in his gameplay.
Yeah. One thing that I've always found interesting with about like with like hit accuracy and whatnot is it was when I was hearing a different commentator talk about like people like, oh yeah, sometimes people will complain, oh man, this character just throws out moves and like they're never gonna hit. Why are they doing that? Because it's scary. This is terrifying. Look at Lodestar. He's just throwing out moves. Even if you don't think that like they're necessarily going to hit, it's gonna scare you. It's gonna make you want to grab. And with Montrose playing Ness, grabs are big.
Of course, he isn't going to be getting like those combos that you're looking for off it, but it's the positioning that really matters. Just like the positioning from the PK Thunder 1.
Part of that because, you know, this is a meta that's the gun meta is only developed post quarantine, but also the stage is limiting and at least an aspect to some degree.
But Gummy getting first blood here, but Montrose still up to bat, and it's 58% on his first string here and climbing even more. Arsene already almost online here.
Arsene, there he is! Clifford, the big red dog, solve the problems. Ooh.
Montrose not letting that happen as slightest. He has no jump, and what an early stock there on the part of Montrose.
I think Montrose is also definitely doing the right thing here, where when Arsene's out, you do actually hold forward. This is something that I've been saying. When Joker has Arsene, do not like. If you've already lost your stock, yeah, like stay on like the Halo platform and get as much invincibility time as you can. But if you can, press ahead. Press ahead because every percent that you take off is another bit of bar that that Arsene gets lost even faster.
Oh my gosh, how is he going to capitalize? It's just a forward air, but the positioning is all he needs either way. Gummy sneaking barely by the skin of his teeth. How is he going to land? He just can't!
Great conversion there.
Uh-oh.
Uppy missing
what is
left.
back?
It's still landing. It's fine.
Oh my gosh. This game looking even more dominant than the last one.
Gummy doing a good job of not using that that grapple because the first time he used grapple, it's got that little jump. He never used it. He doesn't get to use it, but in theory, that is smart. That's definitely good to hold on to that. Because that is another resource. That like the first time you uppy is different than the second and third time.
Either way, Montrose just can't seem to let Gummy breathe in the slightest here. But, oh, this could be the opening he's looking for. Ooh. Not able to take it quite yet, but still trying his best to convert even further.
Yeah, Montrose is running with this Gummy saying, nah, get back here, bringing it real close, catching him by the cape. No capes here. Edna mode would not appreciate this. Great nair, taking it already on the left side.
That's one of those moves that you never really see kill, even though like it lingers forever. But like when you're that close to the blast zone, Gummy knew. He was like, all right, this is my moment.
Oh, and you started to see the down B come out there from Montrose to absorb the Aegon. There it is, another side B absorption. You have to be watching out for that, Gummy. I'm sorry. Because Aegons, those are good in other matchups, but with a character like Ness who can absorb and a player like Montrose who's making good use of that, it's scary. It's scary. There's a whole lot of thinking you have to do with each and every A-Hawk.
And sometimes it can be a little bit committal to go for those absorbs. But the way Montrose is sort of spacing around it is making it so he has plenty of time to keep up the movement, even while he's absorbing.
100%.
How he's going to find his way out of the situation. It's going to be 2 down tilts to make it into neutral again. Oh my gosh.
The lean back. I love seeing Joker lean back. I don't think I've ever seen Joker dodge a move. Ah! Yep. Maybe if he F smashed there, he would have dodged Ness grab, but...
Oh wait, never mind. I know why he's doing that. Never mind. Anyway. Oh my gosh, so much damage!
Ooh, 56 off the bat. Ooh, the Crash Bomber wasn't able to land.
Yeah, pretty much any hit will end up exploding Crash Bomber on hit, and it's not going to do any damage to whoever does the hit, so it's important to keep that in mind.
Little Mac, land! Oh, straight lunge, come on!
Okay. He's trying his hardest.
This may be his first time dealing with that, because... oh, gosh.
Yeah. The thing you were mentioning is sort of like, even though like a Game & Watch up air, it doesn't have that wind box that the Mega Man up air does.
It's keeping him up.
Oh my god, is he dead?
No!
Here?
What's going to do it?
Oh my gosh, closing out
at
2
30%.
early stocks here.
Up air also being interrupted by that Crash Bomber. Get up attack.
Wow,
Yep.
it actually can't make it through the pellets. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, what? Ooh. I've seen that with a couple times whenever I'm playing Mega Man, where you just use downer and you just come out with so much frame advantage whenever it clanks. It's a little ridiculous.
And I think that actually, surprisingly, this might be a rare circumstance where that's not the biggest deal, because with Little Mac, you're screwed against projectiles either way. The frame advantage doesn't make a difference.
Oh my gosh. I heard this just go for a wild uphill, but he doesn't even need it. This could be all that he's looking for.
I believe in him. I think he could. I never believed in him, but I think it might be It is.
You're not special.
It's such a pretty setup. It's got the red, white, and blue, just American colors, the all-American boy. That's him. That's my boy Terry, and it's working out better than the last game already. He's got a % lead. He's cutting through with down tilt.
How do you get out? How do you get out? Oh wow! That was such good awareness and such good movement from Houston, sort of evading past every single option that Alternis was trying to throw out there. Oh my gosh! Ooh! Such good patience on the part of Alternis there.
Hello.
Oh wow!
Great spikes. Great spike. Ooh, I think that might be one of the first spikes that we've seen since what? One of the first few sets.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think we saw the spike in a Rickifer versus Reset from Rickifer. I don't think we've seen one since.
The refreshing sound. Wonderful, splendid.
But of course,
back
oh
air.
my gosh, not dead quite yet.
He's a
but
heavy boy.
He could
He's
be
bulking.
curtains. Yep.
I hope Alternis is comfortable with those go percents. I assume he is, because I'm excited to see some like nice setups into those. Some like just come on, big pretty color changes the entire screen. I love to see that.
Go back.
In the did you know that? Did you know that Terry down tilt is exactly the same as Falco Laser? 2.7%. Doesn't do any knockback. It just stuns.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's the same percent, same knockback, same hit stun. It's a little goofy. The only difference is that one's
very silly.
Yeah. You know, Terry doesn't have the range, but he can keep. He can do that a lot faster and get those setups into it.
Really going for that high recovery call out, but Alternis being very, very aggressive out of the corner.
Crack shoot there. Okay, I think crack shoot's going to be just wonderful on recovery here. You know, just a quick burst option that you always have against Mega Man, where especially with Little Mac, of course, it's the elephant in the room. Recovering with Little Mac is so difficult. You don't even have to worry about that, especially if Austin is dead.
Either way, I don't think it'll be too much of a big deal.
Oh,
with these games going as fast as they have been,
oh yeah,
we'll be out of this in no time.
Yeah,
and whoever's battery needs to get charged will get charged.
Oh yeah, it's going to sweep in either direction. We saw the first game sweep in favor of Houston, second game sweep in turn of Alternis. Is it going to be a red wave or a blue wave? We will see. Bro, Crash Bomb is going to transfer that. Almost saw.
I thought he was going for the up air. Maybe that wasn't his input up air, but it's going to be Alternis taking an early lead here. Oh my gosh, he actually put the down B the wrong way. That could have been the stock he was looking for.
How do you get reverse crossed up with Terry? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Maybe. You might be onto something there.
Unless he was expecting a roll, which is also a possibility.
Oh my gosh. So much damage racking on here, but he really needs to take this stock quickly. Oh wow! The Crash Bomber barely saving him, but it's not enough.
He was not okay.
Yeah, I guess
wasn't.
not. Go coming online in clutch here, and now Austin on the back foot in this game 3.
Yeah, game 3, we just started to see it come through, and I think already we're seeing a lot of the dash backs from Houston. We're starting to see him have better control of that space, and I do think that's also why he went Hollow Bastion. That space that he didn't have on Smashville. You know, the ghost sauce cuts through it all. It's a very zesty sauce that he has going there. But
okay, ends up saving his jump there. He's dead again. Oh, 2 stocks gone in 1 period of go.
that was under a minute. That was a minute and a half. 2 stocks.
Oh my god, he fell out!
Falling out again. This man is
There we
cursed.
go.
I knew he never should have picked up that idol from that tomb. That curse is haunting him heavy. One stock here from a Wooston. Gonna try to break it through. Come on, make use of that
What a
space.
conversion. Off the Metal Blade too.
49, great. 75, he is running away with this.
Austin just can't seem to find his footing in the places that matter.
Keeping a disadvantage. Oh, Terry at ledge. Terry at ledge is gonna crack shoot. Oh! F smash raw.
Yeah, just let it rip. Something we were seeing a lot when it comes to KingRoBo, when it comes to getting off the ledge, is he's super adept at using double jump crown.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to be really important to sort of escape these bike ledge traps that Mata is really, really known for.
We already saw the up tilt try to come in from Mata. Like, that's going to be the bread and butter here because that hits even roll a lot of the time against these big bodies. It's the double hit of the neutral air into the neutral B, pulling him off stage, but great neutral air dodge from Robo.
Yeah, not setting up the bike quite yet.
Oh,
I
no
feel like he
text.
needs it, but there we go. Early stock from Matador, and only 33% locked on thus far. It's up to KingRoBo to sort of keep this advantage that he has going.
Oh, you want the
Oh my
cannonball? You
God.
can have it, but I'm going to
Oh
take
my
that
God.
stock for it.
Wow, barely finding his way out without a scratch, but still, so much damage still racked upon KingRoBo here. Once again, finding the bike, and this is where he needs him.
So we've already seen this once or twice now. Up air does actually beat out Crown Armor quite a bit because the hurt box of KRoBo doesn't quite disappear. You can actually cut through the belly armor and hit the big fleshy lizard body, and that'll go ahead and set him smacked away. But Robo is managing to draw even there stock-wise. 74% means that Mata is looking for a kill confirm, perhaps with a waft in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, we're definitely getting there in the next couple seconds or so. But KingRoBo is trying to take these stocks early with these up airs off the top.
I mean, that is a move that, it's like frame 7. It's actually super quick. It has armor on it immediately on that 7th frame. The biggest problem with it is that it's got like 60 frames of end lag. You're just stuck there forever. Tosses the bike off stage, and yeah, the perfect part. Robo has to get underneath the lip of that stage if he wants to recover safely.
He's really got to just sort of like book it to like under PS2 if he really wants to. Oh my gosh, you got the combos.
Yeah, anytime you actually get a chance to pick up KingRoBo's crown, you're going to be able to rack him a ton of damage. But speaking of damage, 2 up airs, all that's needed for Robo to take that stock. Mata really has to start respecting that. He is swinging on that. But the great DI, Robo held all the way in so he doesn't get hit by the sweet spot of waft.
Yeah, fearless there. Any other player, you're going to see them hold out, try to escape that combo as much as possible. KingRoBo, though, holding steadfast. But how much longer can he hold on to this stock?
Using the crown again to try to get back to edge, but the roll on not going to be quite safe enough. Just look at the safety here that Mata's using. He's just poking with that down tilt, desperately trying to get that dash attack confirm afterwards.
Yeah, these are these pokes that you were talking about before the set even began. He's going to be looking for these the entire time. Wow, the upper really hit.
And almost killed. If that second one had hit, if he hadn't actually gotten the nair out without the fastfall, I think that Robo was certainly dead.
This could be scary times for KingRoBo, though. How does he get off this ledge here?
He's
Oh
using
my God,
stomp. He had to use
what?
the up air to stall. Good stuff by Robo. Still gets clipped by the up B in another awkward spot, but can't get the 2 frame.
His maneuverability and just willingness to survive as long as possible is unmatched going into this game 1 here.
And Matador, back air, back air, back air, back air. This man has one thing on his mind. Is Robo going to give it up? Not yet. The air dodge, but he can't get the sweet spot of the dash attack.
Wow, barely living there, but the counter?
That'll do.
Wow, okay. Almost 300%. The gameplay, it's always about him. He is the one who made the mistake in his mind, and therefore he needs to know that he can run it back on the same stage.
Agreed. I mean, if I was Mata, I might look to other stages if I want to edge guard K-Rool. This one, that lip that I mentioned underneath the edge, it gives K-Rool another dimension to his recovery. So you could try to go ahead and edge guard him hard on something like Kalos, but I don't think Mata's the type to go ahead and go to a stage like that. He just wants to beat you. That's it.
As a KRoBo main, would you like Kalos?
I would hate it.
Okay.
Because there's nowhere to hide.
Okay.
You can't, like, go anywhere, mix up your recovery. You're just going to get hit.
So either way, oh my God. How do you...
This is like back air versus neutral air the game. Both of them
Exactly.
are just trying to swing, and Robo is more than content to air in this matchup.
Exactly. He's looking for these ledge traps like his life depends on it. Because honestly, it does.
Yes,
Just,
sir.
He needs to find these ways to kill KingRoBo before like
Grab him?
250.
That's dead. Yeah, you cannot. You have to respect K-Rool's great grab range, and the back throw, one of the best buffed moves in this game. That will kill super early in any matchup.
We saw it kill at 80 on Zexyyy earlier. It was kind of wild.
Yeah, it literally turns into kind of like a mini nest. Just don't mess up at ledge, otherwise you're going to find yourself there.
my
And
gosh.
then the up B confirmed. Yeah, great DI though from Robo. Ready for that little mix-up.
I almost feel like you can sort of like get caught in that like a Rob up air.
Yeah.
And so it's really important that sort of like you realize where the cross up is happening and sort of adjust your DI accordingly.
Interesting choice on the tilted forward smash. I feel like that hit if he didn't actually tilt it up. Unfortunately, that is short king privilege right there.
Exactly. Matt is sneaking under that the exact way he needed to, and just sort of sneaking around all these traps that Robo's trying to set up on him. Either way, he still is on the back foot when it comes into this game too, but this could be the combo he's looking for. KingRoBo just saying no.
Are we going to actually get the up air coming out? No, Robo delayed it there pretty well. But the bike, I mean, we all know that Matador, once he has that vehicle in his hands, he is a terror, but Robo trying to set something up there.
Yeah, that back air, that was like pretty slick, you know? He's got the crown and just like, bam, all right. Either way, trying to make use of the crown of himself.
Dead.
Oh my gosh, he's dead here?
Yep.
Wow, even across the entire stage, you called it before he did.
As soon as you get hit with the up tilt, it's like, no, we're done.
No, GG's. Either way, 173. This is sort of the exact opposite of what we saw at the end of last game, where KingRoBo just can't seem to find the stock, even the back air, the entire way across the stage. Sour Spot not able to find the kill.
Matt has been content to play neutral here, and so far it is Robo that has been swinging a little bit errantly, unable to get any kind of strong connection here, and we haven't really seen him try to exploit like the other tools in neutral here. We haven't seen a lot of like forward airs come through that will kill at this percent.
How do you get out of this corner, though? Any hit is going to kill at this point. It's just like, how do you sort of push this lead even further?
Yeah, I think that Matt is doing a really good job playing anti-grab game, finally connecting that forward air. And yeah, it might have a bit of a slower startup, but it's actually pretty safe on shield and does meaty damage.
That's honestly a great point that I wouldn't even consider, is like the fact that KingRoBo just can't find those grabs. Like, that's going to be where he gets like 20% at 0% off an up throw or a forward throw. And he's going to be able to find the kills with an up smash out of it on a down throw. But he just can't seem to find those situations where he gets it.
Got the crown out so he can actually stand up safely here, but yeah, look at this. Mata committing fully to that back air. He wants to put up a wall, finally does get the up throw, and then immediately just breaks out a tumble and DI's far away. Good recognition there. I'm interested to see if when Robo starts going for mash shenanigans, because around like 70%, you can get some pseudo stuff if they're not aware.
Yeah.
And who other than like degenerates like us know what to do in this matchup?
Man, like, I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're toast. 80%, more than enough.
Wow. KingRoBo just...
But it's got that armored intangibility right there where if you're tossing on a hitbox and he catches your landing, you're just immediately dead.
Something that I will mention that it might be a little bit better than Paulo, though, is sort of like in those ledge situations, right?
Oh,
where
yeah.
It's just going to knock you off stage so far, and that's where KingRoBo is really going to thrive. And going into Battlefield here, which is a really interesting pick. Why do you think Mata likes this stage?
So Mata likes this because he can shark underneath the platforms, and he can do a lot of shenanigans once he's got a bike in his hands. He can like ride them off the platforms with wheelies to have active hitboxes. The problem is that Robo can do a ton of stuff too. This character has the ability to cover all of the options in tech chase situations at any platform.
And honestly, when it comes to like how much of the space of the stage is covered by platforms, that's going to be KingRoBo's sort of stomping grounds. He's going to want to sort of stay under them and throw out Crown because it's even less punishable than normal.
Oh, he tried for the forward tilt. That is greedy. Robo not respecting Matador's mash game. If he had the like the up tilt there, might have actually just killed straight up.
Do you think it would be better to go for a dash attack rather than an F tilt there?
Dash attack is like the second safest option.
Okay.
Safest is up tilt because it's quickest. Dash attack, like, they can get popped up and die.
Interesting. Oh my gosh, this could be so much damage. No!
He messed up.
Wow.
You're dead.
Yeah, one mistake is all KingRoBo needs, finally ending up taking this first stock in Game 3.
I'm also kind of surprised Mata hasn't really been going for edge guards. He's been more than happy to just get the ledge traps going, but he hasn't really been having as successful the times we typically see.
The way KingRoBo is just playing around all of Matador's like sort of signature win conditions is phenomenal.
He do be Naren a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's basically just, he's putting out that armor and saying, you're stubby, you don't have a sword, well, go ahead and talk to my belly.
Yeah, and it's not just the character, it's just like the way he's positioning it so that Mata can't sort of like find his way into that flesh like you were mentioning in the last game.
But now we're in that spot, though. We're kind of seeing the weakness of K. Rool. He's getting stuck at ledge quite a bit here. Mata just has to find the killing blow, though. And whenever he's trying to toss out anything other than a back air, it feels like Robo is able to blank with it. He is getting those parries though, so Robo needs to mix up his timings on whether or not he's going to fast fall, because whenever he's doing those like just drifting down neutral airs, Mata seems to have his timings in. But the interception with the up air, and now all of a sudden Robo with a full stock lead.
That's what KingRoBo has sort of been fishing for this entire set, is he knows Matt is going to try and recover high with these bike situations, but it's really up to him to figure out when he's going to sort of like, I don't know, disengage from the bike and find his way back onto stage. And it's just like that.
He got the spike, but he DI'd in. Very smart by Mata.
Such solid awareness from Matador, but this is looking worse for wear. Even the longer the game goes on, how is he able to find it? And oh my god,
He doesn't have a bike anymore. I think he's just dead.
No way.
The cannonball to secure it too.
Wow. He had so many up airs in these first 2 games, but on game 3, KingRoBo is just playing around it so fantastically. Like just like that, he's just dashing back and immediately punishing in kind.
He's been playing super patiently, and that's, I mean, that is kind of Robo's, I don't want to say it's his strength, it's kind of like a mix-up of his playstyle. He wants to go in, he wants to force you to approach him and then counter hit you. He doesn't really want to camp, but it feels like he's reacting to what Mata's trying to do and then naring in reaction. And Mata just has not had the percentage lead these past 2 games to actively force Robo to be proactive instead of reactive.
Yeah, that's such a strong skill of these top-level players, is the ability and the patience to act second. And KingRoBo is just exemplified.
Great pivot grab too from Mata. He was standing at roll distance and still actually managed to react to the roll with a pivot.
Yeah. All right. How is he going to be able to find his way around the bike? He just can't. But it doesn't even matter how. Now that he doesn't have a bike, he just can't do anything about it. And you just have to let KingRoBo back on for free. But of course, that F tilt finding its way through the armor, which is an interesting situation.
So I believe it was on the, was that the up B that it caught?
Oh, I thought it caught the double jump side B from Mike.
I see. Yeah. So basically, the way that one works, 14.4% is the sweet spot there. Anything that does more than 14.5, you'll be able to go ahead and intercept that.
This is why we need you on the mic for these K-Rool games, man.
Exactly. This is like my hobby right here, watching K-Rool just, well, not right here. Not watching K-Rool get obliterated.
No, look away, look away.
Yeah, catch me when he's in advantage again.
Oh my gosh, what a call out!
Oh my lord, Mata with this, he's looking like he has put game 3 far behind him.
Yeah, just what a reversal when it comes to sort of the way the aggression has gone either way. But he's not able to find these 2 frames, but the Nair has been doing so much work for him in these ledge traps.
Yeah, this is this is the K-Rool like B&B. You basically just yeah, you decide whether or not you're going to nair or down air, and then you mix that up, and then once they, like, oh, he's committed to the edge trap, then you can run off stage and get some armor to intercept any kind of a lingering up B.
Just the way Matador is panicking, KingRoBo is sort of capitalizing on that well. He doesn't even need to sort of like mix up that rhythm. He just went down air, nair. And then once again, down air, nair in the same rhythm, and it ended up working out twice.
Now Matador, he's looking to chip this one in, but Robo definitely has other things to say about it. Forced to edge, though, is he actually going to be able to get back to center stage? He is. And you've got a feel for Mata right there. It looked like if he could get Robo in disadvantage and basically like punish him at edge 4 or 5 times in a row, which is what he's been doing so far this game, he'd be able to get the kill. But that time, calling out the hard mash, and Mata didn't even seem to have the DI perfect.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Whenever you're mashing and super committing to that, your DI is never going to be perfect on the follow-up.
Is that supposed to be DI out, I imagine?
Yeah, exactly. Out and down.
Out and down. Interesting, yeah. Even so, like, even if the mash is going to sort of mess with that, I imagine that sort of, if you're not fighting KingRoBo all the time, which of course, Mata, Virginia, and KingRoBo, Maryland, it's not going to happen a lot, right? You just have to like sort of figure out it as you go.
Yeah, there's not a lot of characters that like put you in that do or die situation. It's Rob, K-Rool, and then Banjo question mark?
Yeah, and like honestly, I could even compare that to like a Ken and Ryu Shoryu situation where the DI is like between them is so slight, but it matters just enough for it to just sort of really take people in stride.
Definitely. All right, the bike is out, and great use of the crown right there to knock it away, so was not going to intercept Robo's attempted recovery.
Yeah. Oh my
gosh. Oh no, he made a tech club. So that was 100% platform drop fair.
I thought so, yeah. Not only in gameplay, but just like you're saying, in aesthetic too. He's just a goofball, man. You don't want to lose to the goofball.
Kind of both of these characters too, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the neutral B for K-Rool's literally got like a slide whistle when he fires you away.
And he's got the silly hat too. It's just all good fun, honestly. But the aggression is
great up throw right there. He actually positioned it so the crown follows K-Rool, so it went up a little bit and did not actually smack Mata away afterwards.
Yeah.
95% here, very nearly at kill percentage already is KingRoBo.
KingRoBo just, like, he had the way he needed to sort of, like, work around up air in his mind in sort of game 3, but now that it's game 5, Meta has sort of, like, reconditioned him to do the exact same thing that he was doing in the first couple of games.
It's also the edge guarding. Like, we're seeing it right there. He's basically spent this entire game on ledge. And Meta just like, all right, I'm going to stand at roll distance. I'm going to react to whatever you do. If you toss the crown, sure, I'll jump over it. Like, this is KRoBo's biggest weakness, is how does he get back from edge? And so far, Robo has had no answer. He gets one opportunity to play neutral, back in disadvantage.
Yeah, and it's something like that you often see from like K-Rules. They're going to want you to have it on ledge. They want to have your opponent on ledge, but Matador sort of like putting it on his foot instead.
But this spot here, Mata doing exactly what he needs to do, holding that center stage position underneath those platforms and just saying, all right, you got to come to me now. I don't feel any desire to run into you. I see how early you kill me.
Especially considering we are approaching the old waft percent, or waft time rather, and if you don't push Mata to the brink, he's going to take one more stock, and then you might as well say goodbye.
Back throw, yeah, that should take the stock. Yeah, even with the solid DI from Matador, the rage was just enough for Robo to claim that one a little early. These forward smashes are a little bit dicey, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, I'm not quite sure if they're necessarily intentional, but he's got to find some way to sort of fix up this execution before Matador catches on.
I mean, at this point, you got to figure that it's a forward tilt because that's got a little armor to it. Like, forward smashes, it's a call-out, to say the least. It's like ring 20-some odd.
Very often, whenever I get like a random forward smash, it's because I'm trying to do an instant dash attack, and that could be what KingRoBo's trying to do, considering the armor and just sort of like very far burst range it has. But he's sort of been using to get out of the corner, so I imagine that could be what he's going for.
But now we're in a spot where Wario definitely wants to hold on to his waft. Oh, tossing the crown down, but great little wiggle of that up B by Robo, so he's able to survive. Great pressure on that shield, Matador. It looked like he left the smallest of openings for KingRoBo, but he's actually baited out an aggressive reaction.
When it comes to Matador pressuring KingRoBo's shield, what do you think KingRoBo should be doing out of the situations? Because I imagine when you're playing a character with such a big body as K-Rool, like, your best out of shield option is what, Nair?
It's actually up smash. Up smash is frame 6. It's the second fastest in the game.
But when it comes to that, is that really going to do sort of the work that Mata wants to sort of like work around, just because the hitbox comes out on top first?
So it could be.
Okay.
But the problem is basically it's a don't mess up moment. If you don't get your dash out, or if you make any kind of a mistake in your spacing on it, then yeah, it's a big problem. And then you got to rely on up tilt instead, which is also pretty quick.
Yeah. Either way, though, we are on our last stock here, but
That is fully committed to getting
exactly.
walk. He literally stood at roll distance like, all right, up tilt, up air, please come get hit by one of these.
he was going for the up air on the ledge, but KingRoBo is the first to strike. Either way, one more up air is all he needs. Super heavy in Montrose's favor. It wasn't until, I believe, like a year ago when Alternis first beat Montrose at Game Mesa. So while I'm not necessarily sure how Terry will fare specifically into Ness, it's that player matchup that I'm really concerned about for Alternis.
So spoiler alert, he fares better than Little Mac.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the thing, is like any character matchup that you want to talk about, it's like, yeah, Alternis has seen the worst.
Yeah. But the thing is, I feel like when it comes to sort of like zoner characters, he does go Mac a little bit more. But,
True.
But this is Montrose is a player who loves to scrap.
Agreed.
And that's exactly where Alternis is going to want to thrive. He's going to press those very fast, very safe buttons. Things like jabs, things like F-tilt, and down tilt even.
I think the key to success in this matchup is going to be crack shoot. Like, crack shoot for Alternis can catch a lot of Ness's aerials. Now we've got that go ready and loaded. So the question becomes now, can Alternis get one of these big hits to try to reverse this quite away? Instead, has to air dodge back in, but stands up directly into the up smash. So Montrose claims first blood.
Oh my gosh. That parry was so clutch. Either way, it's going to be up to Montrose to sort of figure out how he's going to be able to find this extra credit. But that's something we've seen a lot from Alternis, is he's sort of been able to sort of use the smash attacks to catch landings, like very aggressive landings. Like, that's how he ended up taking the final game against Austin, is he'll wait for you to swing first, and then use sort of like the weird low-profile properties of down smash and F smash to sort of clutch things out.
All right, I love Alternis' aggressive offstage interactions. He literally just flung himself at Ness. It's like, I sure do hope you double jump here. It was a great call out.
And that's sort of like these gutsy plays that Alternis has really been started to known for, right? He's off stage, he's in your face, he's just not afraid to get all the way up in you.
So now the situation is reversed, though. Alternis stuck in corner, does get barely clipped by that up smash, and then forced all the way across the stage. Untouched so far on this second stock was Montrose.
Now, normally, once you hit that down tilt, the jab Buster Wolf is true. However, Montrose with the very solid SDI to make it out of there.
And then immediately hitting buttons. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you could see Montrose trying to get a dash grab out of that. Alternis 100% had the dashes, jabs ready. And look at this. 2 interactions, and Alternis has it drawn even. He tried to go ahead and get the charged up E where the invulnerable legs so that he could grab edge and just, like, perhaps poke at that up smash. But ever so slightly off, and this is going to be the big problem in this matchup, is how does Alternis actually recover?
Yeah, and when it comes to Montrose, he's so adept at sort of realizing where to find his openings, right? Right there, like, he knew. I was like, all right, Alternis, you're going to go low. I know it, and I know it even before you know it. And so he starts charging that down smash well before Alternis even has the chance to think.
Dabbing away on the shield, and that leads into the kill confirm on the charged up B, so only about 36% extra credit.
Yup.
Now we're right back to neutral. I've noticed this 2 or 3 times now. Alternis has these dash grabs because he's reading Montrose's shield options. A lot of times Montrose wants to roll away, and Alternis just eating it alive.
Yeah. And it's important to note, like, once he gets these dash grabs, it's up to Montrose to sort of get these DI mixes off of the down throw, because either you get hit by Nair or you get hit by up air. And it's up to Alternis to sort of find that 50-50, but it's not even going to matter. The Nair catching his air dodge to ledge.
Snatched Alternis either from below or even above the edge when he was trying to recover. And Alternis basically never found his way back anytime he was trying to snap ledge.
They're both trying to grab each other. Do you see those first 2 interactions?
Yeah, exactly.
One of them tries to grab, whiffs, and then immediately the other does the same exact thing back.
Ooh, nice little slide off there by Alternis. I really dig that tech.
Yeah. Montrose is starting to sort of try to catch jumps in these sort of corner situations, but Alternis is just not biting here.
Oh, he fell out of the up air, so you only get the consolation jab.
Yep. All right. Oh my god. Oh my.
Yeah,
He
you know
really
what those
went
up
for
airs
it.
lead into, exactly.
It's just like you either get the down air or you get something like a nair into side B, which could do even more damage on the part of Montrose.
That should finish it up. Even center stage. Nest back throw is still a killing option. So Alternis has to be very wary of just holding shield on this stage, as small as it is.
In that first stock, of course, Alternis wasn't able to make any use of Go, honestly.
No.
And that's exactly going to be where Montrose is going to want him to be. Because, like you're saying, like, it's all about these taking stocks early in the corner. And if you're able to do that, you don't even have to deal with sort of the win con that Alternis has sort of set up.
Basically, I mean, the biggest flaw with Go as a comeback mechanic is that you get it when you're in disadvantage, usually.
Yeah.
So if you're getting comboed from like 90 to 110, it's very simple. Keep them in disadvantage. Don't allow them to hit buttons. Speaking of hitting buttons, the Alternis special, tap your shield 5 or 6 times, buffer that up B, and occasionally they'll drop the shield and just die for it.
Yeah. Either way, going into the second stock, Alternis already trying to find his way out of the corner, but Montrose will not be deterred here. No parries needed.
Also, how frustrating must it be as this character for Alternis to be at 99-point-some-odd% and not have the ability to access Go? It's like, come on, man, can I just get a gimme, please?
Yeah.
Can you jab me once so I can play the game?
Give me one down tilt,
Okay.
please. One hit of down smash as a treat. You know?
Just one hit of down smash. I don't want the rest of it.
Yeah. Just like the way Montrose has been using that as just such a strong tool. That's all you really can ask for.
The dash attack actually sneaking and hitting Montrose when he was trying to recover right there. He had the double jump burn, but Alternis unable to get the 2-frame. Also unable to get anything on that punish. He gets the crack shoot, but I feel like there was 2 or 3 interactions in a row where if he had an up B ready, he had that stock.
Yeah. I feel like he's sort of trying to sort of condition Montrose to pull sort of a defensive trigger when it comes to him being in shield, and that's exactly what he ended up going for with that roll. And Alternis, well aware of that.
That's terrifying. 3 nairs in a row. He was millimeters away from death, but that time... Okay, we've got the pit counter pick. So Alternis, perhaps, he's definitely played this quite a bit. I know there's a bunch of folks in our region that have pits in the pocket. And perhaps taking a note out of Zexyyy, out of his recent major performance.
Wow. This is such a turn of events. for this first stock. Already, he just hasn't let Montrose breathe in the slightest, and even getting those orbitars off the stage. But finally, Montrose working his way in, and all of a sudden, 46%.
So orbiters are like the only move this character has that cheats. It's literally just like a better air dodge, or like Cola that calls it a counter that you have to activate. It's literally just like you go ahead and toss it out, and unless you hit directly at his feet or the top of his head, he's invulnerable. You gotta break him.
It almost feels like a Game & Watch up smash in that situation, where it almost acts as a counter, but it's really up to Alternis to sort of figure out what he wants to do after he gets the defensive.
But that's the problem, is this character might have a couple tools where he cheats, but he has a couple that just don't straight up work. Like, you hit that down air, it's like, oh, it sends up? Okay, yeah, sure. If he was a DLC, that move definitely spiked right there.
Even so, the sour spot of down air is such a strong tool in some situations. But speaking of strong tools, there's that down smash.
Okay, he found the magic pixel.
There we go. There we go. Oh, wow. Barely finding his way around the nair there. But Montrose still on the front here.
So one thing that Pitt has in this matchup that's going to plague him is his out-of-shield game isn't the best. And Ness, this character hits a lot of buttons. So if you are forced into shield, this man can just mash on you. And what can you actually do about it is Pitt? Up smash, that's about it.
Yeah. You know, like, when it comes to sort of like Ness's just sort of passive defense, we've been seeing it over and over and over again that Montrose is doing an excellent job of weaving his way in and around sort of Alternis trying to nair him. Alternis is going for a lot of sort of short hop fast falls on the nairs, but Montrose always seems to be just out of reach.
He let go of orbiters and died for it right there.
Yup.
Wait, that's so miserable.
No faith, man.
Yeah, he just had to keep holding the button right there, but he did not have the confidence to let it go, and then did not have the tech directly afterwards.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, big damage coming through here. Only 37 actually is Alternis good DI, and then immediately he had to turn around back there ready. Can't get the up smash, but does get this side B. Not quite going to kill, but can he get this edge guard? No.
Wow.
No buttons hit by Montrose, and Alternis unable to figure out where this evasive Ness is trying to float to.
That's a mark of such an experienced player. Because Montrose was just off stage for such a long period of time, and he didn't fast fall, he didn't throw out a button, he was just not scared in the slightest.
It is the mark of a confident and knowledgeable player to know when the answer is to do nothing.
Exactly, man. Oh!
I called him a knowledgeable player, and he picked the wrong angle right there.
Yeah.
Commentator's curse, baby.
It's just like, how are you playing Ness? And, you know, and at this level, and sometimes you just still mess it up, man.
I mean,
That's the classic.
Every single recovery is a skill check sometimes.
You know, exactly.
Or you just find a new angle that you didn't know existed.
Yeah. I've never
He
seen
tried
that
to mix that. He was trying to pull that Thunder back onto the stage so he could flip his tail with it.
Oh, there's the drag down, and even though he wasn't able to get the clean conversion off of it, still finding a forward smash in kind.
All right, another edge trap situation. Just holding the magnet right there, just daring Alternis to fire an arrow. The landing up air, that will do it, and there we are, okay. We got that odd character matchup going as KingRoBo stepping up with the King K rule versus Kev's Robin. And if a commentator tells you they know this matchup, they are lying.
Yeah, honestly, you're not wrong. The way, I'm not even sure if these two players would know the matchup.
Now, this is definitely one of those where it's like, I'm going to do my thing, and I sure do hope it works.
Yeah, I know, like, Xanadu has Nosferatu, or I guess it's just Nos now, yeah?
Yep, NOS, yeah.
But...
Oh, that up air. Levin's sword is not to be messed with, actually swinging it right around the belly and just clipped KingRoBo's back.
And it looks like Kev was trying to even go beyond just the use of the Levin sword as that sort of solid close quarters hit. He was trying to use the item version of it to even eke forward in this next stock.
Oh yeah, every Robin player worth their salt has a solid item gameplay, and we already saw that Kev got a hold of Crown for just a split second and dang near killed Robo with it. Speaking of getting a kill, Robo getting that perfect angle on the dash attack at edge to claim it sub 100. Okay, big body problems here. The man's behind you. Stop. Look at Kev sitting there nodding that. He's like, yeah, I got this. What of it?
Dude, I didn't even notice how much percent that took, but...
It's like 70%. I'm sending a strongly worded letter to Sakurai after this.
Then he's retired. He doesn't want to hear from you. Sorry, bro. Like,
listen, you have to take responsibility for your actions, my man.
Yeah. Even so, Kev trying to push this advantage state as far as humanly possible, but KingRoBo finally finding his way out of the corner with 2 excellently, and 3 excellently placed forward airs.
So basically, it feels like in this matchup, what we've already seen a little bit of is close up. Kev has the kill options to make Robo's bulk a liability instead of a strength. Long range, Robo can swing. He can toss out those lingering hitboxes in Crown and that neutral B, and those clank with all of Robin's projectiles. Look at that again. The side B, typically such a big tool in this matchup, it is rendered useless by that long, slow Crown.
Did you see that?
I think Kev held down because it looked like the ledge snapped.
So the ledge snapped, but he dropped the book for up B.
Oh, and
allowed
that's
the
what it
lingering
was.
hitbox of down air to continue on and spike him.
That is messed up. That is actually like, that is the most unfortunate thing I've seen in a minute.
Yeah, that's like, it's the same thing, but on the other side with what you say about sort of,
Oh my God, Robo, please hold out. Please hold out. Oh my gosh.
how to get out of this situation, KingRoBo.
Arcfire is hell in this matchup. You can't roll through it. Big bodies just get bullied by that move. Smashtag the forward throw again, and then, force out the double jump, but the air dodge back on. That's what you have to do. You have to use that crown armor to get through that hitbox. But again, the Levin sword. Problematic in this matchup for Robo is that up B for Kev. That second little air win box spikes. So you could use that to challenge KingRoBo's up B without ever putting yourself in a position where you're going to get any kind of a comeback.
Yeah. I am wondering, though, if that is going to be worth it, considering how adept Kev has been in these ledge drop situations. Are you going to go for that early sort of gutsy kill, or are you going to play it safe, sort of chill back, throw the Arcfire that we just have seen him be so good about?
2 times in a row now, KingRoBo has not been able to capitalize after forcing a check chase with Crown on those platforms. A couple kill opportunities slipping through his fingers, and I just don't feel like you can have that happen against a player of Kev's caliber. Yeah, what do you do here? You get the roll on and then immediately take the jab. I think really the answer to Arcfire at edge is got to be the same to Holy Water. You have to wait it out and use your invuln to actively just stand up towards the end of it.
How good would you say King K. Rool's ledge grab hitbox is?
I had to pause for a minute to watch KingRoBo fast fall down air off stage, but his ledge hang is very good, if that's what you're asking.
Yes.
If you mean the get-up attack, it's above average. Okay. All big bodies have, like, longer range.
Makes sense, yeah.
They need something, God help them. Great use of the Nosferatu right there to get a little bit of HP back, catching Robo playing a little bit complacent with his defensive options at edge. Again, the forward smash that actually kind of worked out this time.
Yeah, it ended up making its mark, which is something we never really saw in the past set with KingRoBo. But it's really going to be up to him to sort of find his way out of these corner situations, if he's able to. But finally, that jab is going to be the calling card that he needs.
He actually got the neutral B, but saved the double jump was Kev. And now this is the K. Rool special, just the weak hit neutral air off stage, but he could not get the turnaround of the grab. That was certainly a kill had he had that timing proper.
Oh my gosh.
Tanner get up.
Making it back.
Oh, he
but
tried
Kev,
to jump, and Kev had that called out again with the back air.
Kev just making him pay in all of these like corner pressure situations.
Did Kev just duck the crown purposefully?
He definitely did.
If so, that's the most confident thing I've ever seen a player do. Like, that's so, he just, the slightest of step forwards while ducking it. That is impressive.
Yeah. For how close this game is, it's just like, it takes just like the most confident player on planet Earth to pull that off.
Oh, he tried to go ahead and get the B reversal into the up B spike, but ever so slightly off of that.
And he can't be satiated either. He went for a down air right after that. It's just like, how much do you need here?
He just wants blood. That's all it is. Exactly. The air dodge right there from Kev, not going to get intercepted by that up air attempt from Robo. A trade, and then immediately Robo fires it off again. Anytime you see one of those scramble situations, you know the K. Rool players can be hitting buttons trying to catch them. There is no double jump there. I think Kev was dead regardless.
Yeah.
So this is actually a very good counterpick for Robin because things like side B, both the El Thunder and Thoron can kill surprisingly early. Plus, Levin Sword in general kills early. Meanwhile, K. Rool definitely loves to kill off the top. The problem is, with these moving platforms, neutral B can kind of do some jank.
Now that you mention it, though, I don't feel like we've been seeing a whole lot of Thoron from Kev. He's sort of been throwing these, like, sort of like poking neutral Bs rather than the big, like, sort of, I'm just going to throw it across the whole stage and you die. And maybe that's because KingRoBo has sort of shown his hand. He's not scared to throw out that reflector when need be.
Though at low percentages, I do believe that on K. Rool and a few other big bodies, Robin does have true combo in back throwing the Thoron.
That's
kills
hilarious.
1130.
Interesting.
So if he gets that at edge, you just die. So this is like, embrace the cheese, my friend.
Absolutely.
Oh, the great rollout right there, and Robo a little bit too errant with that dash attack. And look at the patience by Kev. The empty short hop to force Robo to hit a panic option in that nair, and then just waited to get the full forward smash. Lovely patience by Kev.
Yeah. And you know, like, if you're in that situation, it's so easy to like get tilted, but KingRoBo, just an endlessly positive character. You know he's gonna come back into this stock and figure out exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah, that's definitely the difference in our two playstyles. He is positive and he can like shake things off. For me, I drink that haterade. The second they hit me with something nonsensical, I either fold like a wet paper towel or I go in hard.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
And it's gonna be up to him to sort of like keep that patient gameplay. He's not
Oh, he
able
baited
to
him on that. So basically, there's a grab hitbox at the edge of that, and you can basically choose whether to prioritize the cannonball or the player. And right there, he actually had it touching the shield, so he grabbed it.
Interesting. Dude, these forward airs to Clank, and the Nair too, he's been doing such a good job. Like, once he is in, he's making Kev pay, and really second guess his options when up close.
Yeah, Sokar, this has been a bit of back and forth right here. Like, now we're actually seeing the projectiles come out from Robo to try to get Kev feeling a little bit impatient in the approaches. Does get the spike, but that time the neutral air does get Robo out of dodge.
Yeah, he's doing such a good job of like playing through this like, just like a Toho game basically. It's just like, you need to find your way around this web of projectiles. But he's doing such a good job of sort of picking his spots and drifting in the exact way he needs to.
The double thunder was actually smart there by Kev. It forced like an odd angle from Robo's recovery. Forward air is able to get shield grabbed, but the broad blast zones of Town and City perhaps coming in clutch for Robo here instead of Kev. The double arc fire, there's literally nothing you can do about that.
Oh my gosh, the grab reached from so far away. Kev is just as surprised as I am though, but finally finding his way.
That's the last arc fire. You can just stand or get up here. Good knowledge by Robo to spot that. The Arc Thunder finally claiming the stock. So despite the fact that Robo went in with a bit of a lead right here, not too much extra credit as Kev maximizing his advantage state, forcing Robo to react at ledge time and time again right there.
But like we're saying, now that KingRoBo is on sort of like the front foot of it, he's able to sort of like play that passive game that he really wants to.
He can't land with hitboxes though. That's been his Achilles heel so far. Robo has time and time again punished him for trying to land aggressively.
Wow, he re-grabbed, but KingRoBo instead decided to go for that neutral beam.
Too far away, I think, yeah. Arc fire is out. Thunder is looking a little bit low on this tome. That should be the last one. And it takes a moment to recharge. And look at the patience here from Kev. He's not feeling compelled to rush in. He's just going to wait till he has more tomes available.
Yup. Watch that back air, putting in so much work. And once again, even though it's a sour spot, you know he's hurting there. How are you able to get out of this corner, though, Kev?
Oh, this is just like, I'm going to pressure your shield with my max distance here. Oh, are we going to ladder him to the top? Yes, sir. Can't get the kill off of it, though.
Yeah, he had the bronze sword on lock, but the forward air even across stage. And I mean, the way KingRoBo has sort of been shifting his vertical momentum so that you can't necessarily catch the way his landing rhythm is going, it's so interesting to see. And that's exactly where he's able to like sort of like take this percent. Because he'll sort of like go up, down, and he'll mix up when exactly he fast falls, just utilizing that very, like, I don't know, different fast fall speed of K. Rool, and able to mix up the rhythm in the way that sort of Kev isn't able to work around.
So now, so far, we're kind of seeing Kev get back up to his old tricks here as he's put on a world of hurt on this stock here for Robo. Robo does manage to go ahead and tank through that hitbox, so he's back to center stage and threatening a reversal.
Does he have a book in hand? Okay, no, never mind. He ended up dropping the book. But, oh, wow, he fell out of the arc fire there. That could have been curtains for KingRoBo, but either way, this is a second lease on life for him, honestly.
And at 67%, he's going to be threatening a kill pretty soon. Max Rage K. Rool, nothing to mess with. The arc fire falls off and allows K. Rool to actually get back to the platform there. So that is a great spot, but the Thoron calling out the crown opportunity.
That's the first Thoron we've seen all set, but finally, Kev sort of dealing out his cards a little bit there, and exactly where he needs to, sort of sealing out that stock exactly at the time that's right. Oh my gosh, he almost died of that, a bit of a suspect DI on the part of Kev there, sort of drifting into the cannonball. Either way, though, he is still holding center stage here, and that's going to be the exactly vital situation he needs.
Yeah, and now he's reacting to Robo's nairs, and he's kind of just... He's doing exactly what he needs to do. He's forcing Robo to act, he's whiff punishing him, and Robo has been a little bit errant with these aerials. Like, I understand when you want to fast fall the nair to like avoid a potential hitbox, but look at that. He did not need to nair right there, and Kev was easily able to just double jump and get that stock.
Yeah, and just with that, what was once a very, very, very solid set in the tournament of KingRoBo, he's now an entire stock down, and it's up to Kev to close this one out and make it to a Game 5. Or will we see KingRoBo finally make it back here?
Okay, even though you get hit by the crown, you still dealt like 50 damage. I dig it.
Yeah. And it's just like, those are the situations where it's just like, do you really know the matchup? Like you mentioned, these are very strange characters that you don't really see at this level, right?
Yeah, it's like Robo's trying to roll through these arc fires as if they were like PK fires from this. Instead, he's just getting blown up because they just travel at such an odd angle. Weak hit dash attack, not going to, weak hit nair, excuse me, dash attack, not quite going to connect. Yeah. So this is, a dire spot because now Kev has the distance. Didn't actually pick up the crown.
That's what I was wondering, yeah. I am wondering, maybe he was trying to pick up an item of his own. He knew that one of his tomes was down.
Yeah, it looked like that's what he did, is he grabbed the tome instead of that.
Yeah.
Neutral air, oh no, he didn't fast fall, so Kev gets up for free. PK fire up again, but that is going to lead into an up air. He's like, these, that he's hiding up his sleeve, because if not, he'll be going home right here. No more extra chances. This is loser bracket, y'all.
Absolutely. And we've seen Kev sort of like start to sort of pull things out of his bag of tricks too. And so I'm wondering, like you're saying, if KingRoBo sort of has something that he's sort of just waiting for these last
nairs.
situations.
Like, he's got to be more disciplined with him. He just Kev understands entirely what to do here. I mean, Robo does have the more explosive character in this matchup. He can definitely get stocks significantly easier than Kev can. We've seen him going for these back airs and down airs at edge. Those kill stupidly early.
Yeah. And, you know, once more, he went for the... There's no way he's dead to this. Wow. Barely dying from an arc fire, man. It's just like, that's like one more bag of tricks that we haven't seen from Kev yet.
I think that the reflector may very well be the answer too. Like, Robo realized right there that he has yet to reflect a single projectile from Kev.
But all it takes is one read, and just like that, he finds the jump call out, and now 2 stocks apiece. But KingRoBo still working his way forward.
Couldn't get the turnaround. That's devastating.
That was such an excellent cross up there from Kev. And KingRoBo not able to capitalize, but he's still finding these up airs time after time.
Yeah, Robin does not have good airspeed. Like, this character is a sitting duck if you get her above you. And Robo, so far, finds the spike, so this is the comeback that he needed.
And Kev going all the way out there, and KingRoBo, even though he had the armor from the crown, he felt like he needed to tech there when he got hit by the up B. And so instead, he buffers an air dodge up.
Old buffers are a one heck of a mechanic, aren't they, Willow?
Yeah, it happens. It's really up to the player to sort of like adapt to sort of the very silly game mechanics that we've come to know and maybe not necessarily love.
We've come to know and loathe.
True, true, true.
So now, is Robo going to be able to establish the projectile game? If he does, I honestly think it's more of a neutral B-centric one that he should be focusing on rather than the crown. Crown's a little bit too slow, and Kev's been able to shield it and then get a charge off. If you just walk forward behind your cannonball, you can claim so much space, and then Kev can't throw projectiles while that cannonball's still active.
Yeah.
He rolls through the double arc fire that time, but this percentage starting to look a bit dicey for both players here.
Yeah, and you know, both these players, they're really starting to sort of like throw out these Hail Marys, whether it be KingRoBo with these drift up airs or the very like strong back airs and up airs from Kev. They really
He landed with a hitbox.
Oh my gosh, with everything on the line, almost.
He also wants to mash on your shield. Nesh does both of those things better.
Yeah,
Nesh has the disjoints, and Nesh mashes like a, I can't say it on screen.
Yeah, like you said, sometimes you just gotta pick a flavor and just chomp. But, you know, speaking of chomp, it's something we've seen from Madden time and time again. When he's like in advantage, he just bites at you over and over and over again until he just sort of like takes you out, you know?
I feel like in this matchup in particular, the bite isn't going to be as valuable though, because, well, Ness isn't really wanting to play in shield. He wants to swing.
Uh-huh. Oh my gosh, how do you get down? Dude, the way Mata sort of, this is something I've learned the more and more I commentate Mata. The way he uses both drift and air dodge from Wario is so innovative.
Agreed.
Like, oftentimes, players will be neutral air dodgers, right? Because that's generally a less laggy option. But Mata, he is not scared to sort of like drift and weave in and out of hitboxes.
He's definitely using that attribute of Wario to its fullest. The problem is that you can have all the air drift you want. Nessa actually is going to be able to swat you out of the air time and time again. The up smash going to claim that stock, and I'd like to actually see Mata stop utilizing that aerial drift. This is something that I talked to Gluto about this.
Okay.
In a lot of matchups, this one included, Wario kind of has to play grounded. And it feels like he never really wants to, but you kind of have to here. Like, if you're going to be going up against a character with just as good, if not better, aerial drift than you and Ness, and the air dodge to go ahead and get out of dodge, and the disjoints, you have to recognize that he can beat you at your own game.
Yeah, it's just sort of, you have to realize where to swing and at what position, right?
Yeah.
Mata doing just that. You never see the up air kill, but he knew exactly when it would. Finding the tech chase on the platform and taking out the stock.
But at 170 here, like that's kind of the danger spot. Anytime you're Wario and you can't get your kill confirms, you can't get a Randy back there, you can't get a forward smash or an up smash, it's like, well, if my opponent's going to live till 170, I don't know if my comeback mechanic is actually going to work. Because look, he's down to full stock. Yeah, he's got WAF, but he doesn't need that to take a lead. He needs that to draw even.
And sometimes, just Montrose piloting Ness, he can be so, I don't know, like, evasive, right? He's so sneaky, and you just can't seem to get the combos you necessarily want on him. Just the way he mixes up his GI, and just like that, he tried to go for bike into WAF, but wasn't able to find it.
So Wario now just trying to open this man up. I mean, at this point, 76%, yeah, you go ahead and expend WAF if you get any kind of an opportunity to do so, but Montrose doing a really good job at avoiding the fastfall neutral airs, avoiding the up tilts. Air-to-air gameplay really coming in clutch. That up smash is very nearly claiming it, but still.
I'm so shocked
you're dead,
honestly.
Oh no, actually, Wario's heavy. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
Bad commentating.
And once again, finding the front hit this time of the up smash, still not able to kill. And now he's just back airs over and over again. He needs this kill. He's going to try and get this kill. Of course, finds it with an F tilt. And now he needs to find that half watch confirm.
Yeah, he needs to find that confirm and quick, because at 143, this is a game of don't get back thrown.
Yeah. And
Starring Ness.
And honestly, even though, like you were mentioning, it might be stronger for Mata to sort of play grounded here, you can't get grabbed if you're in the air.
It's true, though I would say that basically the big weakness with Ness's grab is that it actually isn't particularly formidable because his dash speed isn't great. So like if he's running at you, you know what to expect.
Yeah.
We already saw right there, like the man just tried to get a dash going and Mata was easily able to run away. Like you have to have your reaction times on point.
That up air could have been it, but Mata still finding his way, weaving in and out and around everything that he... Oh no!
He air dodged. He's dead.
Like that down tilt is, it's so good from the execution of Montrose. He just knew the timing, and the execution was just on point there. But going into this game too, once again on PS2, it's going to be up to Mata to sort of like find his way in and just really just rack on the damage when he's able to. Right?
That ledge grab was actually so unfortunate.
Yeah.
100% trying to press his luck and get the stock off stage.
Yeah, you know, like in situations like that, it's very obvious that Ness is going to air dodge there, right? They're going to try and get the air dodge up, but if you have the timing there with a lingering hitbox such as Wario back here, that's so strong on the strong hit. It's such a boon for Matador.
Got caught in the initial dash that time too, so that's 2 potential kills slipping away from Matador. Does go ahead and force Montrose to expend the double jump again. The back air will bait out the air dodge, but he actually decided to play with the bike instead of trying to get a 2-frame going. That is an interesting decision on Mata's end.
What an excellent call out there from Montrose, finding the landing the exact way he wanted to. And oh my gosh, the aggressive offstage play from Matador. How is he able to make it back? Once again, that trusty air dodge coming in handy. And both players somehow still alive into the 130s.
Oh my god. That was a blow for blow moment. And no surprise whatsoever that both characters are going to go into their second stock with 0%.
Wow, great DI there from Matador, finding his way around the forward air like a champion.
If he hit that forward tilt, or that up tilt, excuse me, Montrose might have just died. Like, it's nuts to think about it, but he's got like half WAP, so he could probably have gotten an air after that too, or an up air.
It's always important to think about those things, man. It's just like the what ifs. But when you're like in the driver's seat, when you're on stage, you can't be thinking about those what ifs. It's go time.
There's
go,
no fight here.
go.
You're just dead.
Yep. And Montrose taking my device there. He just keeps pushing forward.
So now we're back to neutral here with a solid lead for Montrose. Watt is certainly out here, and we are at kill percent, but so far, Montrose understands perfectly how to avoid these setups. He hasn't gotten hit by a single fastball nair, because the second that he sees Mata go for the angle at which a nair is possible, he's swinging at him.
Yeah. His reactions are excellent. The way Montrose is like, he's gonna hit your shield, and he's using those lingering
That is
hitboxes.
such an unfortunate situation for
Wow.
Mata. Oh my god. I mean, it always feels as though the game plan is there. Like Mata, his first stock, he played really, really well. And again, he was 1 or 2 frames away 2 or 3 times in a row from having a stock lead.
Yeah.
But really, if I'm Mata, I'm just thinking to myself, execute. That's it. Get that lead, and then you don't have to run at Montrose.
Yeah, we've seen those like half waft confirms every once in a while, but it's really up to him to sort of take those early stocks. Like you're saying, execute, execute, execute.
Oh, he should have got up attack right there instead of falling directly into 2 of those hitboxes. And look at this. Speaking of execution, a couple mistakes at edge from Mata finds Montrose with a big lead.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually got that grab. What?
There's no way, man. He just knew exactly where Montrose wanted to be. He's dead here, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Even though Wario's heavy, right at edge, more than enough to deal with that back grab.
Excellent. Just incredible first stock from Montrose. Really, really, really pushing his weight around.
Yeah, this is at a point where Montrose can just think to himself, all I have to do is tap it in. Just keep playing like I have been the past couple games, keep taking advantage of the openings that Mata is giving me, and I don't need to do anything special. Mata needs to show me something special, and so far, we haven't seen it.
Yeah. And when you're Montrose here, you're at like every single local every week, right? This is light work. This is your normal 9 to 5 at
Exactly.
this
This is my man is clocking in, getting these up air drag downs, and clocking his opponent out.
Yep. But this could be Mata having something else to say about it, going all the way out there, and wow, pulling the trigger a little bit early on the up B. Excellent awareness, knowing that Montrose is going to go down and just fish for it.
Good back here too from Mata, just recognizing that he had the perfect timing to catch that get up. Does he get the double up air? He doesn't, but he gets the follow-up up tilt. Not enough though.
All right, setting up for the bike here, with a parry on the part of Montrose, ending up helping him get out of the corner situation.
Remember when Montrose had a full stock lead? Well, that ain't here no more. All of a sudden,
No.
we are just about even, given the weight differential between these two characters.
But of course, no waft anymore on the part of Mata. It's up to him to sort of like play this slow game if he wants to close it out that way.
I'd like to see more of those down tilts. Like, I feel like running down tilt might very well be the move. It catches the initial dash from Montrose as well as like just deterring any kind of grounded options. Ooh, trying to get the drag down right there with the magnet cancel.
Wow, and the back air, wow, even the sour spot just sending him so far, but Mata just, what a
The spot dodge, oh no!
Wow.
He actually had the right option after the bike toss. If he just hit any kind of a button, he would have beaten out Mata, or excuse me, Montrose rather.
Yeah, you can see Mata starting to play a little bit sleepy. He did try to not only do the side B when he was next to the bike, but pick it up, but he just didn't have the spacing, despite being that Wario expert we've come to know him as.
Jumping out of these PK fires exactly where Mata needs to be. Gets the grab of the bite there, forces into edge, but I love Montrose's options to aggressively swing at a disadvantage. In this matchup, he's like, I know that I have the disjoints. I know what you're trying to come to me with those neutral airs or those forward airs. I'm going to beat that out every single time.
Wow. Just, I feel like at this point, Mata is making, oh my gosh, he's just making
on his list of victories against this formidable opponent.
Absolutely. And at this point, when it comes, if you're Matador here, right, it's pretty clear he's playing a little bit tired sometimes. There are certain situations where the execution, like you're saying, is not quite there, and so I'm not sure if he ends up in the loser side. I'm not sure how much he has left in the tank here, and so it's really up to him to push, 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 push when you really can, and make it so that you really have sort of the extra layer of cushioning of winner's side.
Yeah, nobody wants to play more matches than they have to.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. It's like there is a finite amount of gas in the tank here.
Oh my gosh, the up air, not perfectly spaced. normally
He's not
that-
get up attacking that. That is that is like he's getting away with it by like rolling through that, but if Montrose adapts to that, he can just let the trigger fly a little bit earlier and he'll get that kill. Great B reversal on the bite, forcing Montrose off stage, but expends the double jump to dodge the bite. Very smart.
Yep, one more bite, and we've been starting to see that option a little bit more from Meta in the sort of end game phase. He's been sort of like trying to pick it up with a tech chase or a jump cow off the ledge. It's really interesting to see sort of like the way he's sort of playing his cards in his sort of desperate try to sort of make it out of this.
The other thing he's been doing that I like is he waits. He gets his one hit and then he waits on Montrose's reaction, which is 9 times out of 10 an attack. So Mata's been noticing that, and then he can react to and punish the attack afterwards instead of trying to swing immediately. But you can only dodge and weave for so long, dying at 190. You have to be happy with the defensive options there, and then immediately responds with a 3/4 charge whop into the stock claim of his own. If I'm Mata, I'm feeling great about my chances right here.
Yeah, you know, as we approach that full waft percent, a very silly fact is that that half waft is actually stronger base-wise, which is interesting to think about.
It's also quicker. That's the big thing here. When they nerfed WAP, they actually just made the full charge WAP a little bit slower.
Yes.
So because of that, half WAP and 3/4 WAP are easier to convert into.
But here we go, sort of trying to find these air-to-airs, but Montrose seems to be on the upper hand in all these situations where he wants to be in the air. Like you're saying, like sometimes you just have to play a little bit more grounded, right?
Speaking of grounded, how does he actually get down? A trade with up air. Yeah, I guess if you're going to intercept the multi-hit, you typically will have that go favorably for you.
Gosh, but finally finding these air-to-air situations. Mata getting the back air, and once again, getting these juggle situations set up. Not able to find the mark with the forward air. Either way, still in the corner, but Montrose fighting his way out of it once more.
Weak hit of the dash attack right there, so he won't be able to claim the stock, but instead the double forward air. Full stage control for Wario here, and he does land another back air coast to coast time and time again. That back air must be really stale at this point. Unable to claim the kill, and this time the up B actually bails Mata out.
Yup, you know, once more, we find ourselves in these sort of like last hit of the stock situations, right? Neither player wants to go down here. And so it's really up to Montrose right here if he's going to be able to do it. But Mata, once again, pulling the trigger on these strong hits.
He get up attack finally.
There you go.
All right.
That's what you're looking for, Scabs.
Saving it for the important situations. But yeah, these two are playing neutral, my friend Willow. Oh, and he gets the wheelie. They were playing neutral until Matador had a slice of cheese for my man Montrose. So how long does he last? I'm going to say 8 seconds.
That the way. Oh no! Did he not have his drop there?
By 3 seconds.
Close. if you're a betting man, I'm sure you win that.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, I should have given you an over/under.
Yeah.
So yeah, these two evenly matched, though. Wario has the cheat mode activated right here, as he might just suddenly decide to end the game if he lands one of his special moves.
Yep, one more up air, maybe an air dodge read on an up tilt. Of course, we did see up tilt fully, or combo into the fully charged waft on KingRoBo, but when you're playing a character as evasive as Ness, that might not be the play.
You can also just use the armor to intercept the upbeat too. So this is a really dicey spot if Montrose ever finds himself off stage.
Nope.
Up tilt not going to connect, up air not going to connect, but the back air will. Double jump expended, as is the air dodge, but Mata this time unable to snatch him out of the air with a bite.
Yep. Oh my gosh, the way he's weaving, just Montrose is covering space so well. Oh no!
I don't know what he was going for there. That was an odd option.
I'm wondering if he was like trying to like armor through a PK fire follow-up, maybe?
Could be. Just like basically toss it off into the fire and use that to extend the hitbox so that you're hoping that Montrose is running forward.
The F tilt in the corner there could have been it, but the dash attack.
Agony. And just be like, can I get something strong? Because I had to forget.
Yeah, you know, of course. And who knows? Going into that, whoever's in losers is just like, that could be even more to drown your sorrows in, man.
So now both of them back to the original game plan. I don't think that we'll see too much of an alteration here in Game 5. Both of them kind of found their play and counterplay. I don't feel like Mata had like the download. He started reacting better, but it wasn't as though he ran away with that one.
And it's something that you have to think about, right? Like what if, the what ifs, right? Because that game, it came down to the wire, right? And so what happens if one person wins neutral one more time? The way these players are both so swingy, it's really important to see like every single neutral interaction to the end.
I love Montrose's presence of mind right there, using the forward throw instead of the back throw, and understanding that Mata was in no way, shape, or form going to be killed by that point. Oh, the spot dodge. That's something that Mata's gotten away with a couple times there. The old just tap your shield and then immediate spot dodge.
Oh, that never could have been it. But the way...
Yeah, he's dodging bullets all of a sudden. I'm sweating bullets watching him.
Oh.
Okay, he was expecting the immediate air dodge down.
Yeah, honestly, I respect it. Like, you need to take these stocks early, and when you're meta, you have like 2 options for that, right? Oh my gosh.
I guess 3 options perhaps. I didn't think sliding forward tilt was the way to go, but Matador knows better than I, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's on the sticks. I'm the one sitting here trying to interpret what the heck he's doing.
Exactly, man. Mata is so adept at catching these landings with just the variety of options he's used at his disposal. He's got the down tilts, he's got the dash attacks, he's got the down tilts and the dash attacks, and there you go. One more option in that F tilt.
And his advantage state is just clearly on point. Like 87% from like 1.5 springs. Oreo, this character, no matter how they complain about their bad matchups, his combo game, perhaps one of the top 5 in the game.
Yeah, the man, the myth, the legend, Matador has awoken from his slumber. And
Toss it up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and you have to jump
He's
back.
gonna
Nice
regrab here.
regrab.
No.
Oh, great aggressive forward air right there. Montrose looked like he was in a dire situation, but he had the one response needed.
No. But once again, air dodging back, and it doesn't even matter finding the trade there. And now this is going to be rough if you're Montrose, you know?
Yeah, you are on death's door, my friend. This tournament stock against a Wario whose waft is about 20 seconds away from claiming the set.
Yep.
Plus, you got the reverse 3-0 you got to worry about. Oh, he's going for these landing up airs, but the parry, that is certainly what you want to see from Montrose. You need to go ahead and put Wario on notice, say, I am ready for these shenanigans.
Both these players are doing such a phenomenal job of covering space. When it's in the corner, they're not, oh my gosh! And once more, finding that confirm.
Don't die instantly, please. Anytime Wario falls from the Angel's platform with an up air, I'm just like, all right, he's cooking. He knows what his win condition is.
Wow.
Oh, that's a bad air dodge.
Yup. These up tilts have been putting in so much work for Montrose. But
it looks like Montrose suddenly stole momentum, and he dodges out of the waft. That was an awkward hitbox from Matador. I didn't think it was going to connect, but he decided to bet it all.
Yep.
So now you have to play an honest character.
Yep. And that's one of those banes that people always talk about when it comes to Wario, and sometimes even Matador in general, is he's really antsy sometimes on those wafts, but sometimes he'll just throw the most crazy combo you've seen in your life and take the craziest stock imaginable.
Now oh god, he actually traded with back air and almost died for it. I was going to say that both players are looking for back airs right here, and we just saw them collide, and Mata got the worst of it, but he didn't. Right, that he has all the way to loser semifinals guaranteed. I think this would be 4th.
Yes.
If he loses here, so I'm sure that he would not necessarily be satisfied with merely a 4th placing. This man's going to go ahead and try to take his run all the way to Grands.
Oh my gosh, just both whipping these grabs there. That's a pretty funny situation to be in, but not able to find the tech chase, and he's going to be eating so much damage. Oh, maybe not.
Cross off stage now.
Oh, the nair. He doesn't have his jump.
That's the problem in trying to edge guard Terry. And like, yeah, you can go ahead and get 1 or 2 hits, but if you're sending him up and horizontal at mid-percents, he's just never going to die. He has 2 options that send him horizontal. You have to send this man deep off stage.
Dude, the way Alternis...
No way that was a down smash spot, though. That was definitely a down air he's trying for.
The way Alternis has been so conservative with these jumps is going to be the boon he needs to make it back on stage here. If you're KingRoBo, you're going to be sniffing those out like a bloodhound. But even more so, sniffing out those jumps, catching him off stage, sort of fainting as if he's going to go for these like very classic King K rule edge traps, but instead ends up with a forward air, and now it's up to him sort of.
Great tech again by Robo. You're going to need plenty of those in this matchup. And you should be dead right here. The jab into the up B. No, he's actually big enough. Surprise, surprise right there. Robo taps his shield 3 times, twice with the crown, once with the up B, and finally managed to get backstage, but again, into disadvantage one more time. And yet, Power Wave is completely ineffectual as a tool for forcing Robo's K. Rool to approach. He can armor through that, he can reflect it. Yeah, this is Terry. He's going to have to be the one scrapping for the most part.
Yep. And scrapping, he is getting that jab. And, he tried to wait it out for a little bit, but of course, excellent mash at 0% from KingRoBo, knowing that he really had to commit to that weight, or else he was going to eat a whole crown in an up air.
That jab was an interesting option right there from Robo. He decided not to test Alternis' mash by going for like a down throw into an up smash instead.
You were talking about this earlier. What determines whether the blunderbuss sucks in the player or the ball?
So it's a bit of a mystery, but generally you can guarantee it is if the grab box at the end of the blunderbuss touches their shield. Usually then it will prioritize. But it's kind of like all inhales are kind of janky. No character does jank like K. Rool. Oh, you stand or get up into that. Oh, you didn't realize how slow that projectile was.
No suck needed. Getting the blunderbuss hit box itself to do the work. And now Alternis once more finds himself on the back foot in this game 1.
But the auto turnaround going to allow an easy reaction to the dash, or excuse me, to the roll on stage, and just tapping KingRoBo's shield daring to do something. That pivot grab was definitely a misinput. That man had like fair combos and dash grabs, so he had that easily, but just a slight misinput causes Robo the stock. And in this matchup, 15% extra credit is none whatsoever.
What I'm wondering there is if he was trying to go for a pivot F tilt, because sometimes pivot F tilt will come out as pivot grab, depending on which button you're using for it. Uh-oh.
Oh, that had to have been like a drop nair or something like that. The couple tech flubs all of a sudden have gifted Alternis a solid lead, and he's got control of the crown here. This is a dire situation for Robo's K. Rool.
Uh-oh.
Oh, but he DI'd in. That was perfect. That's exactly what you need to do in that spot.
Oh, wow. Barely grabbing the crown right before it goes, and running all the way across the stage. Just sort of like go for the SDI read of Power Dunk there. He realized that KingRoBo is a big body, and he's always going to get hit by that up. And so he's really climbing that percent up.
Great recognition of the adaptation to the matchup right here. Oh my God, you just got spiked. That is a problem for all big bodies. Terry has that on just about the whole cast, but the bigger you are, the bigger the window is, and that is all Alternis needs to claim a massive lead in Game 2.
And it's climbing even further still. Even when like KingRoBo is throwing out these nairs, throwing out these projectiles, he just can't really seem to find the opening he's looking for.
Though another thing that makes this matchup rather difficult is that Terry can just kind of mash. Like, he hits a lot of buttons that are relatively safe on shield, and K. Rool just does not have the frame data to respond to them.
Yeah.
So a lot of things like down tilt at max range, K. Rool just has to kind of hold that. There's literally nothing he can do in those spots unless Alternis misspaces it. Going for the up air, but instead giving up full stage control, and what does Alternis do? He just waits on the crown and gets the parry.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Look at that, you can't even roll through it. There's nothing you can do in those spots. You just have to just shield the DI away and push Alternis away from you so you can forward tilt at the end of it.
Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, he's so patient in these ledge situations. He waits for KingRoBo to press a button first, and then he just picks the bread and butter that suits him best.
And now with a 2-stock lead and the go juice, it's going to be so hard for Robo to come back here. Turns out, I have played against MD's resident pit main, Cold Weather in this one, King Cold, and he hates this matchup. I think that Pit just wins by doing nothing. Orbiters are just so ridiculous. Like, what does Robo do about Orbiters? He basically has to back arrow.
But you're saying Cold doesn't like the matchup.
Cold doesn't like the matchup. I think he's just completely
Oh, he's just wrong.
Yeah, I think he's just wrong.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, betting that Cold Weather is wrong about most things is a good bet.
Yeah. I don't know the man, but I'll take your word for it. Either way, this doesn't seem like a great pick going into this game.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you have to do is if you're Pit, don't hit buttons. Orbiters, everything that K. Rool tries to toss at you, and then react to his areas. You do not need to approach this man ever. And then if you want to approach him, you just jump in front of his shield and bait out an option.
Yeah. Oh, wow, going all the way off stage there. No fear from Alternis, but he might need to sort of reserve that a little bit.
One fear.
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe a tad bit. Just, you know, for the people.
getting like another tech flop right there from Robo. He got the forward tilt instead of the dash attack right there. Don't jump. Oh, he just used the orbiters because he doesn't have a disadvantage thing.
True. You know, just like you're saying, sometimes this character cheats, and it's just that one little thing that really puts in the work.
So Pit's multi-hits are entirely ineffectual at edge guarding K-Rool. If Alternis wants to play this one right, he'll just ledge trap. Because off stage, like, you go ahead and forward air me. I have Crown. It doesn't do 14. Down air me. That doesn't do 14.
Nah.
Only thing that does is a fresh sweet spot back air.
And I'm wondering, when it comes to
Up smash. Oh, great no mash.
yeah, like you're saying, I feel like there's a lot of situations where Alternis is like really pushing forward, and he's getting punished for a majority of the time. When I think of like prominent pit mains in MDV, I'm thinking of Glory, and he plays very passive. And I'm wondering if Alternis is going to be able to take a sort of a page out of his book and sort of take a step back into this last stock.
I mean, it's feeling like it right here. You see that Alternis is kind of swinging. He's not abusing orbiters in neutral as much as he could be, and that's kind of the matchup. If you're swinging a K-Rool as Pit, K-Rool can actually outspace you.
Yeah.
Which is silly.
Uh-oh. Now he's got 2 projectiles on his hands, getting the forward air cleanup. There we go.
Great edge trap in that spot. Like, that's the one spot where you can actually interact with K-Rool after he's tossed out that up B.
And you know, KingRoBo has done an excellent job of sort of finding his way underneath the lip, but how much is too much, you know? Eventually, you're gonna not have that positioning, and Alternis doing an excellent job capitalizing the exact way he needs to, but so is KingRoBo.
Despite the fact that Alternis has that other game in the back pocket, he is not trying to go to game 5 here. We have the Terry coming out again for game 4.
As soon as I heard that Fatal Fury song, I was like, all right, he's cleaning it up.
Okay.
But it's going to be up to him to sort of do that, right? Maybe that pit game is sort of the momentum that KingRoBo needs to sort of push this into a game 5.
Perhaps. I mean, at that point, yeah, baiting out the dash grab right there with the crown. Oh, he couldn't get it. That was actually dead if he hit that down air. I dig that option.
That's like one of those moves that has so much lag when you're in the air, but very little landing lag. And just KingRoBo, so strong at it, you know, punishing off of it. Either way, though, he is going to be losing his first stock here off the side, but he has Alternis in this very scary situation.
Down air him? Oh, he tried, but that actually doesn't work against Alternis' Terry, because if he gets the charge on the up B, that has invulnerable legs. So that will beat out KingRoBo's down air every single time.
Alternis just so proactive there, but it doesn't even matter. 43%. Honestly, not a lot when we're considering K-Rool.
No, this is 1 or 2 neutral exchanges. That's about it. Rolls in there and does get the B, but oh my god, look at this. This is basically like the Terry special. Is every time he gets the opportunity to win neutral, you know what's coming. It's 30 or 40%. That's it.
But oh my gosh, he's catching these jumps. That's very similar to.
I don't think there's a double here. He might just be dead. Oh, he backed off. He didn't actually recognize it or gave a little bit too much respect to Terry.
And once again, backing off when he gets these hits. I'm wondering what the play is.
No mash. He actually reacted. Alternis did not do a mash that time, or the first time they did that. This time he stuck with that no mash, and Robo reacted and got the kill with the forward smash.
And here we go. This is a complete turnaround from the last Terry game we saw, Scabs. Like, that last game that we saw in the Terry was a wash, but all of a sudden, KingRoBo is putting his first foot forward here.
I mean, anytime K-Rools get a little bit of jank going, they tend to turn it up, and that is exactly what we're seeing here with Robo. He got a couple of, shall we say, niche interactions, and he's trying to get that into a Game 4 victory here, but you have to just kind of wait. What is the comeback here for Alternis? Last stock Alternis is a terrifying opponent.
Yeah, especially if we hit 25% more, it's go time, baby. But it's gonna really be, oh my gosh, once again.
The whiff punish on the Nair. That is beautiful for Alternis. Oh, and he actually didn't get the fastball in the down air.
Of course, he is coming off a bit of momentum here. Montrose sort of like has a bit, his hands might be a little bit cold here, but that's definitely never been something that's deterred him in the past.
Not whatsoever here. Alternis already using his good dash to open that. Oh no, he did not grab leg.
That hurts.
That is we just talked about how Alternis' hands were warm, and given how well he was playing against Robo, it is kind of devastating to start up and be like, oh yeah, I'm good to go, and then immediately give up a stock.
Yeah. But you know, he's definitely not letting that sort of like turn him around. You know, he's he's still like got that percent going a lot higher. And once again, throwing out that Hail Mary up smash. Uh-oh.
Oh, drop shielded just the wrong spot, and because of that getting opened up right here by Montrose.
Montrose has been doing a lot of those PK flashes to sort of cover an aggressive landing, whether they're landing with an aerial or trying to land with an air dodge to press a grounded option very quickly to punish it. But finally, Alternis knowing a little bit better of it and cleaning out that first stock.
And now we've got the Terry B&Bs afoot. Go is now on deck, but how the heck does he make it back? He doesn't. And this is kind of second verse, same as the first here. We are seeing yet again Montrose clean up these stocks early and often off stage, not even allowing Go to factor in.
Montrose is implementing so much of these SDI moments. You see that, like, that could have been so much more damage like Alternis wanted, but Montrose so strong on the defense. Uh-oh. Yep, there we go, once more. Finding his way out.
Pulling out of that. I mean, at this point, do you just start mixing it up? And
Yes.
you can jab and react to what your opponent does instead of going for those usually safe conversions?
That's exactly what Alternis needs to do, Scabs. And you know, he needs to get back on stage first, though. That's the thing.
He actually held down there. That was so smart.
There we go. He finally finds that hit that he's looking for. And now we're at the last stock situation.
Now he's in that awkward spot where he's like, please hit me, but not too hard.
Oh, he's at 99.
No, all right, now he's off stage. He is not going to be able to get around for the PK Thunder and very nearly dying to that up air. How does he get down? He does not. The Nair. The offstage interactions. That is the tale of the evening so far in this match.
And here we go. Montrose swapping ults. I never see him do this. His brother Lennox, who also sometimes plays Ness, usually runs the default Ness, which is pretty interesting to see. Either way, it shouldn't matter too much when we're coming into this game, as he is absolutely moving. Despite the 55% that Alternis immediately racked on, he is fighting back with a vengeance here.
Now we have to SDI out of this PK Fire ladder and does manage to actually hold down too, so you can get the shield out. So Alternis now full stage control, has an opportunity to go ahead and get a ledge trap, but no, that's 2 or 3 times in a row now where Montrose just jumps back from ledge, and Alternis has not had the ability to react to it and get a punish. We do have Go on deck, but so far we have not seen a single one of these blows hit.
What solid defense. Are you dead for that?
Yep, the wellness check more than enough to do it at ledge.
What an excellent just sort of like way to find his way out of the sticky situation, and even more so, finding 71% to boot.
Yeah, this is when Terry has all the momentum and is liable to run away with this game. Look at Alternis playing patient, saying, I do not feel the need to go in. I can just react with this cross-stage command grab.
Yeah. It's so
pitch
hard.
grab, rather.
Yeah, it's so hard to whiff punish Ness often, and especially considering how tricky Montrose can be. But Alternis putting in work with that cross stage.
Oh no, going just with the tried and true.
Exactly. These Buster Wolves doing more than enough as a just sort of a response to how dominant that last game felt.
Just look at how different Alternis is playing. He's not air-to-airing. He's just walking forward and walking back. That's the most powerful thing you can do in this game. Walk into full access to shield and all of your aggressive options. We're just seeing him walk, buffer the Buster Wolf, and he's got so much mileage out of that.
He's
Power dunk,
still
yeah, the way to
alive,
go.
but no, Montrose will not let it be so. Ends up taking that stock. But this is a mountain to climb if I've ever seen one, Scabs.
Yep. Toss him off stage with a back throw, and now what is the ledge option going to be? A jump easily metered out by that up the out of shield.
Oh my gosh, even if he didn't find the... Oh my...
I love how those crosses actually confuse the auto turnarounds. He was actually facing the wrong way for a minute or two because auto turnaround didn't know whether to have him facing the hitbox and PK Fire or Montrose hitbox. But just dashing back into the immediate up smash in that matchup, it didn't feel like he a steamroll there. It was just Terry came on the first stock and just dominated. And Terry is wont to get a ton of momentum early on and walk away with it.
Now, on Friday's local in Fairfax, I talked to Montrose about this Bayo, and he's been saying that it's a little out of practice. He hasn't had a whole lot of faith in Bayo recently, but now that his back is to the wall in some of these matchups, he picked Bayo against Smub as an example on Friday.
So that's just a losing matchup for Rick, 100%.
Yeah, but you know, it's just like when he has to like fight these like very top level players, this is the character he needs to be looking to. Oh my gosh.
He was at 45 and almost died, by the way.
I was about to say the
chime in
same
right there.
thing.
Like, he was actually at 45.
Yeah.
That is unreasonably early.
Good patience there from, oh my gosh, how do you get out?
Oh yeah, just chopped him in the face.
A bit of a Hail Mary there from Alternis, and punishing in kind. Yeah, Alternis is starting to SDI in on these witch twists, which, of course, isn't going to let Bayo get a whole lot of damage, but there is that sort of extra credit of the up air at the end of the double witch twist.
Ooh, can't get the up smash out of the parry. That's the worst spot. He actually held shield and dropped it at the perfect moment so that he parried the last hit of that up B, but still could not claim the kill.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Fighting fair. Oh, no, not quite going to land that down smash.
That nair was such excellent spacing. And wow, he's just moving around these platforms like it's nothing.
This is a very good Bayo stage.
Yeah, he is.
For obvious reasons. Whenever you're side B and up B can cover the entire goddamn platform, it tends to make your opponent struggle to move. Great use of the Buster Wolf, though, calling out a jump of all things. That is it's a hard commitment because Alternis could have been opened up by a back air right there, but hey, when it works, it works.
Yeah. Montrose is just not afraid to play with fire here, going all the way off stage, but he needs to clear this stock out now if he's going to take this game.
Power Dunk actually gets him back to just about center stage here.
Okay.
What's the punish? Just a Buster Wolf. Okay, 27%.
He tried to get the F tilt, but the way that the hurt box was shifting from the rapid jab was really interesting there. Okay.
That's another big tool here in this matchup. If you catch Bayo jumping, Power Geyser is very easy to just interrupt the up Bs.
And you know, the thing is you can't be approaching from the ground like that. Like Bayo is always going to be in the air, right? Because the way that the afterburner kick on the ground, or heel slide rather, it's a different name, is so punishable. We've seen Alternis hit these up smashes to punish it time and time again. And so it's going to be up to Alternis to capitalize on these jump punishes. Uh-oh.
Wow, beautiful air dodge. That's exactly what Alternis needed.
And
so
once
we've got
again,
go. This is 100%. Do I get a kill in the next 30%?
the ledge not the ledge pressure, the shield pressure is absolutely phenomenal. Any player that's not Montrose is gonna fold there, but he's holding steadfast as always.
Parries are not real, by the way. It's like 2 or 3 times in a row now where Alternis has landed a parry and then just got absolutely nothing out.
Just the way.
Yeah, he just did it. Okay. I respect the option right there. Do some shenanigans on the platforms. It's a little bit easier to recover because he has wall jumps. And he can play really, really defensive if he gets a lead. So basically, we're going Nest because you can just PK Fire walk this man across the stage.
Yeah.
You can use PK Thunder to just make this man's life miserable when he's below the edge.
Yeah. And you know, I'm also wondering, besides
there's
the, I'm also wondering besides the stage, if he's trying to like be a proto ban him at home, where like despite like stage picks, he might be a little bit scared that Alternis might be trying to catch on to the Bayo, and therefore he's trying to like go back to his old ways.
Could be. Again, I really do feel as though the Nest performed just well enough in game 1 to win.
Absolutely. Uh-oh.
This tech, so what do we get out of it? Not too much, actually. So Alternis has go. Does he get back to stage? Or are we seeing yet again a ledge guard? No, none of it whatsoever. And then immediately jumping with a neutral air in between those hitboxes and catching the roll with the up smash. Wow. So this is exactly how you want to start this game off. Now that we have a big empty stage, you have a solid percentage lead. If Montrose gets his feet back on the ground, it becomes catch me if you can. Spoiler alert, Terry can't.
And just like that, once again, he finds himself in these advantageous situations off these PK fires. Like, Alternis can't seem to deal with just that nasty, nasty arc that it throws at. Uh-oh. Once again.
Run away. Yeah, give up full stage control. Does it actually matter?
Uh-oh. This could be it.
No, I don't know if it... Oh, yes.
Yes.
That was more than enough percentage. I always underestimate that move because I never know if he's got the charge. There's like a little bit of a blue flash on their legs to show that they're invulnerable, but I can never see it.
Yeah. You know, sometimes that's just the thing you need, that charge. And once again, getting these uppy combos, and all of a sudden, he's found his way back into this, Scabs.
Yeah, this is drawn even, and that's the strength of Terry. This character has basically guaranteed 0 to 40 combos if you touch a shield improperly. So if Montrose's pressure is ever not true, is put on notice. No juice on deck here. 106% means that this is an easy kill with everything but the up B apparently.
Yeah, you know, like, we saw it kill very close to that percent. Oh, gosh, with the back air.
I am stunned that didn't catch.
Yeah.
Oh, that was just whiskers away.
And there we go. We are back on this last stock situation. Is this going to be Montrose's game? And will Alternis fall into the third place curse? Or will Alternis pull it back and, you know, pull it to game 5?
Oh, that missed tech. Opportunity for tons of damage, but not quite coming out.
All right. Okay, a bit of an antsy.
Odd option right there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's trying to use the invincibility to sort of like beat out whatever aggressive option he feels that Alternis might throw out, but or Montrose might throw out. But either way, Montrose knowing better of it and finding himself just like pushing Alternis to the brink here.
Is that enough space? It actually is. Alternis pushing his recovery to the absolute brink right there. And now he's got go. He just can't get the opportunity to actively interact with Montrose. And Montrose is going to take it 8% win rate against Matador. But Matador has the only win that matters so far. He's got the victory tonight. Willow, who do you think is going to take this first set of Grand Finals?
Man, I feel it's so hard to like vote for someone, right? Because it's just like the way how back and forth that last set was absolutely insane. But if I'm gonna give it to anyone, I feel like Montrose is really hot right now.
I can certainly see it. I have to go ahead and say I think Matt is going to have this one. It just feels as though he figured something out in that winner side of bracket, and if he plays like he did in games 3 through 5, then I think he's going to be walking home with a dub in one set. He doesn't need another to go, and look at this vehicular homicide getting started.
Yeah, I might be eating my words here, just like Montrose is just sort of eating that bike right off stage for a super early stock on the part of Matador. Either way, Montrose responding in kind here with so much pressure off stage and catching the jump landing with the up smash.
So Wario yet to actually be able to get back to stage here. Finally does land the weekend of the neutral air into the up air. Trying to go ahead and get a little bit greedier with that extension, but great down here from Montrose to just send that man back to the stage.
Yeah.
Retreat forward to that's an option right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot less committal than like when sort of like any other of the options, and it's got that sort of like safe poking ability sometimes, depending on how you space it. But speaking of poking, there's that up tilt, taking it at like, what, 160?
Yeah, solid damage right there from Mata. He's just been doing a really good job of surviving late in this matchup.
And oh my gosh, this juggle could be huge. But once again, Mata using that excellent drift, finding his way back to safety. Montrose
Don't challenge it.
Nothing of it though.
Can't quite get the up tilt there. Definitely looking for that set up for Wop. Speak of the devil. There she goes. Only 61 on Mata, and plenty of time to see another if Montrose is able to bring this back.
And it just, oh my gosh, using the up B.
Outside on hit, baby.
Yeah, that's always interesting to see. Sometimes like Mata will use that as like an out of shield option, but never just sort of like out of being hit.
Yeah, the up air drag downs sometimes aren't safe, so you can just, if you recognize that, just buffer it, because the worst thing that could happen is it doesn't come out.
Yeah, you're definitely onto something there, man. But man, these up airs, and he's honestly in Montrose's head at this point.
He's chipping away at his shield.
Yeah.
So he'll use a neutral air or a forward air to just tap the shield, or even a landing up air, and it's safe. And then Ness doesn't have the best of shield, so he can't like get it angled up in time. But we are seeing Mata fall victim to something that he lost one too many stocks for on set 1, that up smash at ledge and just the refusal to get up attack.
As patient as Mata can be in these disadvantageous situations, you can't be patient in the slightest when it comes to that up smash. It's just like, it's just begging you to press a wrong option.
Oh, he baited the roll. That was beautiful.
Dang. You know, I feel like that's something that sort of started to happen, where like he'll lose a game, or he'll like sort of feel pressured in a certain matchup, and he'll sort of like put you on the back foot. Now you have to learn a whole new matchup on the fly. Uh-oh.
So we're seeing twice in a row now what Montrose is trying to do. He knows that Wario can eat those projectiles, but the problem is that there is an animation to it. It delays him for a little bit, and sometimes if you're close enough, you can react to that with either a monkey flip or a fast fair.
And like when it comes to things like if he's trying to like grab off of it, he's gonna get so much more damage, and that's really where Diddy Kong is gonna thrive. Once he has that like very high percent, it's all about that stage positioning.
Getting another bite, tossing him off stage, and how does Diddy recover? That side B is really the name of the game here. If Montrose can ever start to intercept that with a back air or a up air, then it could be very difficult for Montrose to come back to center stage.
Oh my gosh, wow. He actually contested the bike raw there and ended up taking it out with a forward air. I never expected anything from that, but this is what you get in # Grand Finals. Oh my.
So far, we have not seen too many opportunities for Montrose to set up any of these banana traps. It just feels like Mata is playing aerial exactly when he needs to. He does get the down tilt into the dash attack for that stock. So keeping this relatively even, and anytime that the percentages are even in this matchup, Wario is highly advantaged because he can kill earlier and he can live longer.
Yep. And I'm wondering what Wario down air is going to do to barrels in this matchup. I imagine
It will destroy them.
it'll just get rid of them and probably just kill Montrose straight up, yeah?
Maybe, because the problem is that the barrels could then hit Wario.
Yes.
Oh, you missed a tech. Die.
Yeah. And there, he gets that time to once again charge that waft to get a little bit of percent back. Even
Hit a button.
Uh-oh.
So that's the way that works is that if you like extend your hurt box at all, you just fall into the bite. It's the goofiest looking animation.
Yeah.
Because like you drop shield, look at him, and then just fall into it. So I dig Mata just committing fully to that option.
Yeah, why not, man? Oh my gosh. Just barely evading that monkey flip kick. But, oh, and once again, he's just way ahead of Montrose. Uh-oh.
Oh, tech roll away instead of in that time. Mata fully committing. Selling out the tech roll in. Banana, he actually missed it, so he's going to take solid damage here and lose the entire stage control that he had built up.
That's something I've talked to Montrose about before. He's a super big proprietor of tech roll out. He thinks that, and honestly I might agree with him, that it's just like, it takes so much more commitment to punish it, and so even if you're going for these hard reads in, it's just going out is just so much safer.
Yeah, especially in this matchup. Like Fox tech roll out, actually sometimes a bad option because he can chase you down. Wario, he got a couple extra pounds on him. He's not the fastest in his 40 times.
Uh-oh. He's been punishing these bites like you mentioned earlier. Oh wow, he actually wasn't able to eat it there.
Yeah, he actually hit him in the nose.
That's funny. Oh my gosh.
Just do it.
And you know that's so important to keep in mind. It's just like Wario is a character that some people would consider mediocre without Waft, and so you really, really, really need to play around these win cons, right? And so now that you mentioned it, like Montrose might just really think that he's got it covered, you know?
One thing that one of the best Diddy players used to tell me is that you have to earn your banana points. You can't just do it wildly. You have to actually get your opponent off, and you toss him off the stage. See right there, Mata was in super hard disadvantage. Montrose was able to pull the banana. But all too often in this matchup, he's been trying to pull bananas just kind of like apropos of nothing. He just kind of like trying to toss them out, and Mata's been just eating them or getting them for his own use.
And Mata finally finding that tech chase there, instead of getting the neutral tech with the F tilt. But, oh, dude, the way Montrose is like recovering is so excellent. He's just making his way around these bikes, making his way around the back airs, and now he's got center stage. But there you go. He didn't earn that banana pull.
Nope. And very nearly dying to these up airs now is Montrose. Interesting fact about Diddy Kong, he actually has one of the worst aerial acceleration stats in the game. So like once you got him up there, the only thing he can do is side B.
Yeah.
See, he relies on that so much to get the heck out of dodge. That's going for the bite instead of the waft right there.
Looking for some sort of button press or maybe an air dodge, but Montrose staying steadfast in that disadvantaged state. And once again, he's just throwing these bananas out.
Yeah, he just kind of mistimed the bite that time. That's the only reason why Montrose got away with that one.
There we go.
Oh, he got the roll out, and he's dead. It's like you said, he might be a proponent of roll out, but that time Matador hard committed to it, and boy, did it work out.
It's just like the last tech chase, he tried to cover tech in. The next one, he covered neutral tech, and then he finally figured out the trifecta with the tech out.
It's the old, sometimes the optimal option is not the best option, especially if your opponent understands what's about to happen. So now a one stock lead here from Matador as that forward tilt finds its mark.
Yep. And this could be the juggle he's looking for, but oh my gosh, Mata able to land seamlessly.
Ooh, he was going for it all with that forward tilt.
Yeah. When he has such a big lead here, he wants to clutch this out now. He has got to go to Wawa. I don't think you understand.
He's got places to be and things to do.
Yep.
At this point, though, trying for the wheelie. No, that is so easy to intercept the Wario off the bike there with Diddy Kong. You can do that with the banana easily.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Wow. Dude, he's been throwing out these Mario Bros. Up smashes when he did it, been really, really comfortable.
He certainly does have that option. Like, people forget the Warriors up smash is a good anti-air, and that will claim the game and the set. 3-0 for Matador. He doesn't care about what the set count is between these two, because tonight it is 2-0 in Mata's favor, and that's all he needs to win the event.